but I don't like the hanging chin.
Oh, I see. I see.
Like, I wish I had stopped myself from getting as fat as I did a long time ago.
Well,
But
that kind of reminds me of Joe with his fresh shaved face.
stupid. Look at it. It's like a turkey gobbler.
No, it's not that bad. You're your worst critic.
So yeah, I'm going to push this here comment box over to the side. I'm going to enlarge it so that I can see it. And good day, YouTube. Me and the great drunken one are here. As per usual, the invites are open to anyone that really wants to come in. You have to be on my Facebook or give me your email address, and I'll get you an invite. I'm wearing these gloves for a reason, because I was doing beer reviews, and the last beer I did was the Black Hand.
Uh-huh.
Ah, well, I was being clever. I was being clever. What are you drinking tonight, sir?
My IPA, my homebrewed IPA, and it is tasting wonderful. It's good and carbonated now. Still learning that keg thing, but yeah, I got it figured out, I think.
I have to get my arse out to the Cayman Kettle tomorrow somehow. So if any of the people from the Niagara region are watching and they want to go to the Cayman Kettle with me, because me and Redbeard brewed a beer together. We made Rhino's Redbeard, which was a juicy red ale.
And that's what he was talking about. Yeah.
It is now 8 days in. So I have to get out there and figure out if I have to dry hop it, because we were using a new hop variant that none of us have brewed with. And I don't know if we used enough to get the flavors we wanted. So I have to go and see.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, so you got to get a little taste test.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, it says live up there. Is that
Oh yeah, we're live.
Is that okay? So why isn't it coming up? Why don't I have a notification that you put this up?
I don't know.
Huh. Okay. Let me go about it a different way. I usually get them. I don't know how I'd be unsubscribed to you, but we'll see. I'll give it a little peekaroo.
Live TV boys. I've answered that several times. I even answered your comment. It's right there. It's a modded SNES Mini. I have a down at the end there. I have a Retron 2. The white thing beside the SNES Mini is a super retrocade. Then there's the SNES Mini, the Retron 5. We have the PS3 and the Xbox One. In here is a in here is an N64, a Xbox, and an Xbox 360. And the far one is a PS1 and a PS2. I have the original Segas and all that down in the basement. I just don't bring them up because I don't want them to die. So on this TV, I have 15 things hooked up via HDMI. I have 3 HDMI inputs. So I have splitters all over the place. That's why there's a mess of wires everywhere. I always set this up cleanly. I set it up cleanly, and then within a few days, it's no longer clean.
Right.
Like every time I move this thing.
Yeah.
See, when I bought the Xbox One, I was always a PS guy. I had a PS1, I had a PS2, I had a PS3, and I was going to buy a PS4. But at the time I bought it, the accessories for the Xbox One were cheaper, and both systems had the same basic games on them, so I didn't care about which one I got. And now I wish I had gotten the PS4, because the PS4 is coming out with system-specific games that I like more than the system-specific games for the Xbox.
Yeah, you gave Redbeard the brewing bug. He's all excited now. He's talking about how he's going to use mortar and pestle to be able to crush grains to brew. I said you just need to get them milled by the company wherever you're getting the grains, and just do a brew in the bag. And now
they'll mill it for you for a few extra bucks.
Oh, that costs really?
Some places cost. Some places will do it for free.
Wow, yeah, my place does it for free. He just weighs it all out, runs everything through the mill. Unless there's something that doesn't need to be milled, I I forget. There was one ingredient that it stays whole. I forgot which one it was though. Maybe it was rice hulls or something. I forget. But yeah, he does all that crap for free. And I told him, yeah, just do the brew in the bag thing. Don't stress it too much. You don't have to have the whole mash tun and a separate HLT and all this crap.
Live TV boys. I also have a Wii over on the far end, the Nintendo Wii, and I have a VCR, DVD player, and a Blu-ray player all hooked up to the TV as well. DVD recorder for some of the things I do, like when we used to try to do fan commentary, basically, of movies. Yeah, there's a lot of things hooked up here. I'm just looking at my pile of games, too, trying to remember what other systems are hooked up onto the system TV.
Yeah, I got a pile of cords myself. I just leave them down there. Cord management's the worst thing, man. It's just, and like you said, by the time you get it sorted, you have to move something around, and then you got to pull it out of the mix.
Well, that's just it, right? Like you sit there and you get it all set up the way you want it, and then you have to add something or take something away, and you got to go working on it, or you have to pull everything out to try and get to something, and it's just. I ended up, when I got the Retrocade and the SNES Mini both are powered off of USB. So my TV has one USB hub. Now that one USB hub is powering a composite. Oh, somebody's texting me. My composite to HDMI up converter, because I have all these systems also that are just composite, right? Like the original N64 and all that. It's yellow, white, and red.
Oh yeah,
that's hooked up to the up converter. So the up converter is using the TV power. So I ended up taking an actual cell phone charger, a multi-tap cell phone charger, and plugging that into the wall, and then it's sitting up here with everything hooked up to it. So it has both those systems hooked up to it, and I also have one of the cell phone chargers hooked up to it to charge my USB cameras and stuff, like my 360 camera and everything, and my
awesome.
So I mean, I don't know. There's so much shit hooked up to this TV, it's not even funny. And it was like I said, it was perfectly clean when I brought it up. And I brought the computer out of the bedroom, and I put the computer right beside the TV so I could actually, live stream the games and all that. And I'm like, yeah, this is all good. Everything's nice and clean. I needed to take one thing down, and that was it. And it was the internet cord coming from the bedroom out to the. Like I brought the fucking modem out. The modem's sitting on top of my printer, so everything's out here. So I didn't need to run wires, and now it's just a fucking disaster again.
Right. Yes, sir. I know the feeling.
I don't really go about keeping them organized. Once they're all hooked up, I just don't touch them anymore. It's really bad when I want to switch the systems that are running through the Elgato, because the Elgato doesn't work properly anymore. The Elgato software doesn't work, but the video capture card still works perfectly. So I run that through the OBS, the Open Broadcast System. That's how I'm broadcasting now. I'm streaming my shit. But whenever I go to switch something there, I have to pull out the HDMI splitter, look at the back, and the good thing is I have an eidetic memory, so I can remember what color is on everything, because every different HDMI cable, I know which one's which. So I just pull them out and I look at it. I go, oh, this is the one I need. I unplug it. I plug it into the Elgato, and I plug whatever I unplugged out of the Elgato into the HDMI splitter for the video games. Because I have an HDMI splitter for the video games. I have an HDMI splitter for the 3 computers I hook up to the TV, and I have an HDMI splitter for the VCR, DVD player, Blu-ray player, and all that shit. So yeah, I'm running a lot of different things through this system. And I have a couple systems that are on components, so the red, blue, green, those are hooked up to the TV too. I have a component splitter, which is over there beside the Retrocade. So the Retrocade has 85 games on it, 85 arcade games. The SNES Mini came with 21 SNES games, but I have it modded to 164 right now. I think I'm going to flash it again and put about 190 on. You can put 300 on if you want, but then you can't save anything. If I put 190 on, I can get save states for about 40 games, and that's all I really need. A lot of these games are short games where you don't need to save state. Why would I save state final fight? If I die, I die, right? Like, I play it again. Daniel De Maria is drinking cord soda. What are you drinking, sir? Are you drinking Canadian Coors? What? So any of you that are late to joining, I was bitching about this fucking turkey gobbler shit I have going on now. It's not fat anymore. It's fucking hanging skin because I lost all the fat. Pisses me off.
That's funny.
Budweiser. Yeah, actually, Budweiser would be more a rice soda. In all honesty, it's 49% rice. 49% rice.
Yeah, there's
the king of garbage soda. So I'm drinking Black Hands. For those of you that weren't here again when we started this up, I was wearing nitro gloves because I did my video on it, and I had Black Hands for the video.
Yeah.
Right. I did 5 beers tonight. It's the first 5 beers I've done since the guys left. Today was a bad day for my diet. I probably put on 3 pounds today because I ate an entire cheesecake. And then I did my 5 beers, and I had Chinese food. But you know what? I figure if once a month I have a really bad day, that's better than anything.
Right. Yeah, you said the entire cheesecake? Holy crap. Oh, Lord. That's terrible.
Buddy, I got a friend that looks just like you named Tim. He's albino. He's a good friend of mine. He likes to drink craft beer. Maybe we're broke. No, actually, when I used to have my beard, when I had my beard and I had my weight on me still, I would always have people that were rap fans telling me I looked like Brother Ali. Now, before we get on to some beer news, I think I'm going to go get a picture of Brother Ali up here for anyone that doesn't know Brother Ali. Because I had to go look him up because I had hundreds of people going, Brother Ali drinks beer? Oh, my God. And they're like, you look just like him. So,
okay.
Black rapper who has albinism, right? So, what's a good picture of him? Right here. Yeah, this one will probably work.
So his buddy's got a beard and goatee.
So I'm going to screen share here. I'm going to click on myself. I'm going to go screen share. Bang. And Brother Ali.
All right. I guess that right. You got the goatee, all right.
And then when he didn't have the goatee,
it looks like a boxer. Huh?
Anyway, so there we go. That's Brother Ali.
He does look like you. He's just like, shit. So you don't have any twin brothers, do you?
Not to my knowledge, you know.
Right.
Who knows, though, right? Like,
it looks like you do.
yeah. Yeah. I'm really curious about going to the LCBO or something and seeing if I get ID'd now that I'm shaved.
Quit pulling on that thing. You're going to make it worse.
Oh, it pisses me off, man. I can see it in the camera. I was doing my reviews, and as I was talking, I could see it fucking hanging, and I'm like, fucking bullshit. I should have just stayed fat. You wouldn't have seen it because it would have been rounded, you know? I went to my doctor yesterday to get my my prescriptions refilled because she decided that it had been so long I hadn't seen her that she wasn't going to refill them over the phone for me anymore. Okay. I'm like, you do realize that I'm out of them and you have me on the highest dosages of them, so me not having them in my system can kill me, right? She's like, yeah, you should probably come in now. yeah, I probably should. Yeah. And I sit down and she's like, you look like you lost some weight. I go, yeah, I'm 3/4 the man I used to be.
Nice. Hey, nothing wrong with losing weight.
Yeah, then she started hitting on me again because she used to do that when I was fat. Now she really does it. Yeah, I should go for it, man. She'd at least pay her bills.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Get some free counseling. Right?
No, I'm not in Texas, sir. I get free counseling anyway.
I'm sure we can work something out.
Have I tried any Mascot Brewery beers? Yes, I've tried the Pilsner, the Mascot Pilsner, and it was actually a really good Pilsner. I'll give it that. It was a damn fine Pilsner. I don't know how much time is between when you type things in and when you get to hear what we say, because I know that the chat is real time, but we're usually a bit ahead. So, oh, Nicholas is here. Nicholas, what's going on?
I think the delay is about 30 seconds, maybe a little less than that, but it's significant enough to be noticeable. And hey, how you doing?
I'm doing.
You're doing. That's great.
What are you drinking, sir?
I am drinking let me turn the camera on for a sec. I'm drinking a Hammond River Brewing Black River. Of course I am. Black River Sweet Stout. Actually, this is my first Hammond River brewery beer since New Year's. So,
how is it?
25 days, new record. It's pretty good, actually. It's the winner of the fourth annual. I think it's the fourth annual homebrew competition. Like they'll invite local homebrewers from around the St. John and Kennebecasis Valley region and have a competition, and then of course the winner gets brewed on a larger scale. And this one is actually pretty darn tasty. It's a milk stout, I think.
Nice. So again, for anyone new to the channel, Nick is in New Brunswick. I'm here in Ontario. If you can't tell by the accent down there, Mr. Drunken One is down in the Texas.
Yeehaw.
Y'all ones with accents.
No, I didn't pick up the accent like some of them got around here. Oh my gosh. Oh, they just sound hillbilly.
No, you sound more like Central U.S.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Where are you from originally? You were saying something about that last night. Like, was it mid-U.S. or something?
Oh, yeah, Michigan. Yeah.
Michigan. Okay.
I was 12 or 13 or so, and then moved down here. Yeah, my mom got she was hurt in an accident, and so she went through some speech therapy, and
Okay.
I was trying to help her out with it, and so yeah, I got down here, and I didn't pick up the lingo. I might type that way. I'll throw in that y'all, and I might type like a Texan might, but no, I don't talk that way.
So you started off with a Ewart accent, and then you moved on to gradually Southernify. Gotcha.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Hopefully, I don't pick it up.
Nobody wants the Ewart accent. My pocket is vibrating. Who's trying to get a hold of me?
I have no idea.
That could be the vibrator in your pocket.
This is the vibrator in your anus.
Yeah, it's the vibrator. You're right. You got
Maybe
me.
it's vibrator. Just thinking here.
You just said vibrator. Where's Greg? That's like the bat signal.
Yeah, right. Well, he was full of shit last night for sure.
Until he passed out.
Yeah, I don't know what time I went to bed. I woke up in my chair, and I don't even know what time it was.
I heard somebody said they logged in like several hours after we went off of air, and you and Paul were going, "I love you, man," and all that.
Probably. Yeah, I had to go back this morning and make sure I didn't fall asleep online. Hit the old what you call it, the history button.
I went to bed last night and I forgot to turn off the OBS, so I had to make sure that I wasn't broadcasting all night with the camera just looking at my my wall.
Right. Nice.
Because I woke up and I saw the blue light on the camera, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because while OBS is open, the camera's on, right? Because it turns on all the different input sources. And I'm looking at it going, did I shut down last night?
Nice. Ah, the power of beer.
Oh, no. This is the first time I've drank since Redbeard.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I told you. I've been doing my... Good day, sir. How are you?
Oh, good, man. I'm surprised you ain't got more people in the chat, honestly. I mean, pretty good channel. I like the content.
Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Tonight I started later than usual. Usually we start at 8 p.m.
Right.
There's also change of night too. Usually we do this. You do this on Wednesdays.
Yeah, my days off changed, so I don't have the normal day I usually do this anymore.
Yeah, I used to drink, man. I really don't do that much anymore, but I drank 40s of malt liquor. That's what I used to do. 2 minutes and like 25 seconds, I did one in when I was drinking them. But I was drinking 6 of them a day, so I had quit doing that shit. It was making me sick.
That would.
Had a heart attack, too. That kind of helped.
Oh, horrible, sir.
That'll make you stop drinking the 40s.
Yeah. Well, 6 of them a day. I was drinking from night to evening, Not good. But, yep. I just figured I'd join and introduce myself. I'm Ron, Live TV Boys. I'm trying to do new content, and I've got 279 subs still. I lost about 50, but
Ouch.
I did pretty good when I did it. I had 39 videos. I deleted all of them. I don't want my daughter to run across that shit later in life. So, I mean, there is a bunch of troll accounts about me, but I got Ron's Double D's. There's Ron. I mean, there's all kinds of troll. My hair. I mean, they make fun of me having long hair. I mean, all kinds.
Oh no, there's trolls.
A couple of them got my videos. That's fun. On everywhere. I mean, I don't worry about them. But, yeah, I'll let you guys continue your conversation. I'm getting ready to go to work. I just wanted to stop in and say hey, and y'all have a wonderful night. Enjoy your content. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
And I like your systems. That's awesome, man. I wish I had that shit.
Well, I
just
never
to have Nintendo back, man. I want Super Mario Brothers 3. I loved it. That was my favorite game.
I never went to bars. I never smoked. I never did drugs. This was the shit. Movies and video games was my outing.
Same here. I really never got into a bunch of shit either. But y'all have a good night, man. Cheers.
Have a good night at work.
Peace. Thanks for inviting me, sir.
Have a good one.
Never been to bars. You've been to way more bars than I have.
Well, no, I worked.
Man.
I've probably worked at more bars than you've been to, truthfully.
Yeah, probably. Speaking of systems, so you got the Super NES Mini finally, eh?
Yes, I ended up. I couldn't get one, and I ended up finding one for like $45 above MSRP, so I did it.
Okay, I might as well if you want it bad enough. I think I paid like $5 over MSRP. I did get it off of somebody brand new though. What I'm just kind of curious. What did you use to hack it? Is it the Hack G2 software still?
Sure.
What did you do for the menu? I noticed you said something about you had with over 100 and like
I have
160 games.
I have 164 games on the system right now.
What'd you do about like folder structure? It's kind of I haven't figured out how to do that properly.
Hack G2 is now updated to the point where if you don't want to customize them, they'll do it for you by alphabetical order.
Oh, okay.
So I just let it do it for me. So there's a bunch of different ones like. Okay,
but you still have it set up to display 100 plus on the screen. You just scroll through everything. Yeah,
you have to scroll through them all.
I wonder if you had done the folders yet. That's what I'm curious about.
Oh no, that's what I'm talking about. The folders are in alphabetical order. So you start. Start with the 21 main ones, and then you have like my first folder is 7th to I think something in the B's. It's like 30 games in the first folder. The next folder is the next set of languages, like next set of shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just have mine set up so that I've got just 95 games on there, and they're just titles. They're all mixed in with the originals that are on there. Did you do anything for like other systems as well?
No, I didn't.
Ah, okay.
I didn't really care to be honest. I want to reflash it and put another 20 to 30 games on it because there's another bunch of games that I want to play. So I might reflash it and do that because I mean, most of the games on the original Super Nintendo, you don't need to be able to save. Like a lot of them, you don't need to. So I wouldn't use save states for them anyway. Like today, I beat Turtles in Time, and I could even take Turtles in Time off because I have the cartridge for Turtles in Time. Like. But yeah, well, that was one of my live streams today. Was I played Turtles in Time, and then I played Gun Force, which a bunch of people told me was a really good game, and it's just a fucking It's just a Contra / Metal Slug cheap, slow, sluggish rebranding of. It pissed me off. Just like Captain Commando was like a slow, sluggish rebranding of Final Fight.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't gotten that many games on my system. I just playing the mainstays. But,
see, I didn't put a lot of the mainstays on, right? Like I didn't put really any sports games on. I put Super Bases Loaded and NHL 94 on it.
Yeah, I put NHL 94 and 96 on, as well as Blades of Steel.
Actually, I am lying if I didn't say that. I did put NHL 96 on there too.
See, that was the one I had when I was a kid, 96.
Yeah, I had, and then I put other games on it too that I knew were like games that I had played on the Genesis, like the Star Trek something past, whatever the fuck it is, and it was a lot better on the Genesis than it is on the SNES. Is
that the original Star Trek game?
No, that's it's a Star Trek Next Generation game.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it compared to the Sega Genesis version, it fucking sucks. It's almost stupid how much it sucks. But whatever.
Whatever.
Then there's a bunch of games that I played that I've never tried before, right? Like I put on a bunch of games that people were like, "Hey, you should do this game, you should do that game. If there's 30 games you put on your system, they should be these 30 games." So I did that too, just to see what they were like, and they weren't as good as people were making them out to be. And then there's some that I'm playing, and I'm like, fuck, the hit detection on some of these games fucking sucks. You're standing on the proper plane and everything, and you're still not hitting them somehow. And you're like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, technology's come a long way, huh?
Yeah, I forget what I put on mine.
Well, I'm hoping that the NES Mini, when they re-release it, I'm hoping that the new ones still have enough space for me to do a hack key on them as well.
Yeah, no idea. But I mean, you can hack and put RetroArch on the Super NES Mini and play NES games.
I could, or I can just do them on the NES Mini when I get it.
Yeah, you just need one system.
Oh, no, then I have to take some SNES games off.
You can get the Wii Classic Controller Pro for the Wii. Plug it into that set. Yeah. Well, you can plug it into the Super NES.
I have that from when I had my Wii out working all the time. I used to play. I used to use that to play all the old Nintendo games, and the Wii Mario Kart. I liked using the controller instead of that stupid fucking steering wheel.
No, I can get behind that. Though what I was trying to say is, you can modify it so you can put on like not just NES but also Game Boy and.
No, I know, but then
some N64. Some N64 titles work with it as well.
Then I have to take some SNES games off of it.
Yeah. When you get that in level detail.
I'm actually trying to find out what the chipset is in the Retrocade, because I could mod. Yeah, I have the Super Retrocade as well, and I could I could mod it as well, possibly, if the chipset is in there. I'm trying to find out what the chipset is online.
Now, like multiple versions of the Retrocade or something?
No, there's just the one version, but I haven't heard of anybody modding it yet. But nobody's cared to is basically what it comes down to. But I'm sure it could be done because it's basically it's the same thing. It's just an emulator box, so it should be able to do it. So right now we had a question from Jimmy Jazz, which was, "Hey Rhino, do you know if the new stout from Nickelbrook, Cheeky Bastard, is just a rebrand of Half Bastard?" Now, Jimmy Jazz, here's what I'm going to say. They say it's not. However, if you had an old Half Bastard and you have the Cheeky Bastard, all the info on the nutritional information is the exact same. It's the exact same percentage, exact same calories, exact same IBU. I'm going with yes. It is a.
That sounds awfully coincidental.
Whether or not it really is a rebrand, I don't know. But it would be very coincidental that everything, even the SRM, hit the exact same numbers, and it wasn't a rebrand.
Mhm.
What do we have? We have some beer news to talk about. Not much, some stuff. I'm going to turn off my camera. Bang! Boom! 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 I'm a pulsating orb.
Wow.
Women love me because I'm a pulsating orb.
No.
Women don't love me because I'm a pulsating orb. If we're being honest,
Yeah, right. Let's be honest here.
you don't love a pulsating orb, okay?
Well, you've kind of lost weight. You look more like an oval now.
Yeah, with a turkey gobbler neck. Bathurst, New Brunswick has a new brewery.
Oh, the Four Rivers or something?
Brewing is now open in Bathurst. They
Mm.
opened with an American Pale Ale and an American Amber Ale. You should rush out to get those, Nick.
Yeah, I don't think they're available in southern New Brunswick just yet, but who knows? Another bit of news. It's not going to be on Canadian Beer News. It's out of northern New Brunswick too. Is remember distillery of Fist de Wa? They're
Yes.
coming out with their own single malt whiskey.
Yep.
They finally released it today. It's still only available in northern New Brunswick, but it's like one of the first, not the first single malt whiskey to be released in New Brunswick.
Nice.
And considering it's Robbie Burns Day, important.
I wanted to go to, well, see, I was going to go and check out my beer tonight, but I couldn't find anyone that wanted to go to Font Hill with me. And I was like, hey, I got 5 kilts. We can all go in kilts. And then Dave, the owner of the Cayman Kettle, was like, hey, we dropped off a keg of Wee Heavy to Doc McGilligan's for Robbie Burns night. And I'm like, yeah, see, I'm actually Irish, not Scottish, and I don't think I should really be going into an Irish pub to celebrate a Scottish thing. It just doesn't feel right, Dave. It doesn't feel right.
Especially on a kilt.
Yeah, that too, right? Newfoundland has a new brewery. Bootleg Brew Co. Almost a year after it was originally announced, the first brewery in Corner Brook will be officially opening its doors this weekend.
That's like on the other side of the island from St. John's.
Is it?
Yeah.
You can try pints, samples, and flights of the brewery's 3 core brands: East Coast Pale Ale, Hoppy Roger IPA, and El Diablo Rojo Amber Rye Ale. Oh, sorry, I was burping there. I was trying not to be loud. Concession Road, which is a brewery that will be at the Albino Rhino Beer Festival. They are opening their brewery next month in Haldimand County. So they are going to be opening up in a former fire hall in the village of Jarvis on Saturday, February 3rd. And they'll be open from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. and will feature a tap room, serving glasses, and samples. Further details on regular business hours and beers that will be available are expected to be announced closer to the opening date. Sadly, that means I'm not going to be able to harass him to send me anything. But the place, you can tell it was a fire hall. Let's just leave it at that. I love that these breweries are getting so big now. Breweries are becoming popular because they are repurposing a lot of buildings that would have just gotten torn down.
It's like Brimstone. It's an old stone church.
Yep. As well as
Silversmith.
Silversmith, yeah. Church Key Brewing. Oast House is in an old barn that used to be an antique store. There's a lot of them that just are repurposing things. Brock Street was going to be in a fire hall, but they got turned down. The Roundhouse, Silversmith in the historical railway building.
Oh, the what's nice
Steam
whistle, yeah.
Yep.
And Picaroons in Ferguson, New Brunswick, they just put their main brewery into the Roundhouse on the north side of Ferguson.
Yeah, nice.
I think they did that last year.
What do we have here? Brunswick Beer Works will be opening its tap room and retail store. Now, Brunswick Beer Works is a contract brewery in that they are a building that people come to contract in so that they can get their beers into Canada without having to pay shipping and duty and everything else. They have had breweries like La Trappe, McKellar, and Omnipolo work there. And you'll be able to buy their beer there as well as whatever gets let out to the LCBO. But what the hell was that?
Oh, hey, Redbeard.
Hey, guys.
The drunken one's gone.
Oh, Redbeard.
One for the other.
Good day, Redbeard. What's going on?
Oh, not much. I just about to crack open a can of Long Dark Voyage to Uranus that randomly popped up. It's in the LCBO now, man. I am fucking stoked. Oh, this stuff is so good. It's so good.
I'm not going crazy tonight, but I just I'm gonna take a dram of this just because of the significance of today.
And what is that significance?
It's
Holy Burns Day, sir.
It's Lechag, which is a peated single malt from the Isle of Mull. It's made by Tobermory, but it's the peated variety of Tobermory.
Oh, Drunken One is returned.
There you go. Yeah, 9 o'clock. You know how it goes.
Oh. Oh my God, man! I can't believe that hasn't been fixed yet.
I know. I need to get over to that guy's house. Oh well, I'll get started. That solid state drive brings it back up pretty fast, so I'm not going long.
It's true. It's true. I just put a solid state drive on my laptop there last month, and the thing is a speed demon now.
Nice. There's nothing wrong with that.
Hey, in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Two Crows Brewing has announced 5 new beers for its first anniversary party.
Ooh.
They have announced the Bingo Banger, which is a blackberry and bay leaf Brett Goza. And it's can conditioned. House Funk Brett Saison, can conditioned. Dynamo Rustic Saison with grapefruit, can conditioned. Panhandle Slim, a fodder-aged multigrain farmhouse grisette. And lastly, the Magic Touch, a fodder-aged golden ale with Brett. So, I mean, for Nova Scotia, that's pretty adventurous in my mind.
Yeah, and I had a chance to have their Pollyanna, which is was it a north? I forget what, the Northeast IPA. Yeah. Anyway, no, I had a chance to have that over the summer, and I thought it was really good. But yeah, it sounds like they're really trying to push things.
I'm just reading here the next 3. I'm not even going to read these because they don't really tell you anything about them other than really the numbers. They were like, they're talking about how Bellwoods Brewery announces the next 3 releases in the Barn Owl series. Barn Owl 11 will be on January 20th, which passed already. Barn Owl 12 will be February 3rd, and Barn Owl 13 will be February 14th. But what the fuck are they?
Right?
They're right.
Sawdust City brings back I Swear Sugar Pants, It Was Your Idea brown ale. And that just sounds like it's going to be one of those beers that a lot of people might actually fight about the name.
I wasn't impressed. It really doesn't taste. It's supposed to be like a cookie ale or some shit like that, and it's not. It's real. It doesn't. I wasn't impressed at all. I was expecting a lot more from it.
It's brewed with lactose, cinnamon, and vanilla.
Yeah, that makes it sound pretty goddamn tasty. But maybe I wouldn't mind maybe trying a can because maybe this year is different than last year's. But last year it was not enough for those 3 ingredients in that beer. It just meh.
Junction is opening up their brand new brewery in the Destructor.
I've seen pictures of that. That looks like it's going to be awesome.
More than 3 years after it was first announced and about 2 years after it was confirmed to be in the works, Junction Craft Brewery will be officially opening its new and much larger brewery in Toronto's Stockyard neighborhood this coming weekend.
Stockyard.
The brewery's new home is 150 Signs Road, a 16,000 square foot Art Deco building known as the Destructor that was erected by the city in 1934 and operated as an incinerator and water transfer facility before sitting idle for a number of years.
That's pretty cool. But randomly, they're the only brewery that actually has been blocked on Twitter.
After undergoing a $10 million renovation, the building now features a custom-built, energy-efficient brew house, a 30-tap tasting room, a retail store, and an event space that can accommodate up to 300 guests.
That's not bad. That's probably going to be a pretty cool place to go. I'd like to go there in person and ask them why the fuck I'm still blocked on Twitter.
Do it.
It was probably Tom that blocked you, and he's very fickle.
Yeah, I had one of the beers I had. It was one of the random cans where I opened the can and it exploded everywhere, and I was like, "What the hell?" And then the beer itself was just really not that tasty, in my opinion. So I didn't give it a good review. And
you hated it and got a butthurt.
Yeah.
So 3 days ago, there was a news article posted by CBC News about a news image on breweries hanging oak beer can sparks controversy. And it went on and on and on, and it talked all about this. But I'm going to skip that because today, this came out. Tusker Falls Brewing Company pulls the hanging oak brand after backlash. So,
really?
A brewery in rural Nova Scotia brewery has pulled one of its beers from the market following complaints over the name and label. Tusker Falls Brewing opened last month in Tusket, a small village near Yarmouth, and launched with 4 core brands named after local historic landmarks. One of the beers was the Hanging Oak Red IPA, which featured an oak tree with a noose on its label, an image that some found reminiscent of the trees and nooses that were historically used for lynching blacks in the southern United States. When the issue was first raised earlier this week, the brewery indicated that the tree being honored by the name and label was used by local butchers to hang meat, and that they did not intend to change the branding.
Yeah.
But after further backlash, a statement was released on Wednesday that announced that the branding would be discontinued, and we sincerely apologize to everyone that may be affected.
And you know what? And some of that same shit still happened here too.
That's
back
bullshit,
in the 1800s. Man. So it is 1800s, 1700s, but it's still it's still bullshit. Should have realized that was a bad idea.
Well, but at the same time, like trees with ropes were used for hanging. Like, sure, they're used for lynching and hanging black people. They were also used for hanging everybody else back in the day. Like, fuck, it's a tree with a fuck. Like,
you didn't have
that's
to be
just
black.
ridiculous, man. And like, there's so many breweries out there that have like, you know, edgy names for some of their beers and shit like that. It's kind of, it's almost a thing that some of them do. And like, I think they shouldn't have backed down. I think that's bullshit.
Now, we all know that I'm a firm believer of name your shit whatever you want to name it, and stand behind it and let the people decide if they're going to pay for it or not. Yeah. Don't worry about offending people because everybody's offended by something, and let people talk with their wallets. However, the fact that they didn't think that this would bother somebody just makes me shake my head.
Well, if they weren't doing it with that, like if they thought about,
I don't think
about it, and they were like, "This is going to bug people, let's do it." If that was their thinking, sure. But if they didn't think about it at all, then I get where you're coming from for sure. There, like, there's some people out there that would be like, "This is going to make keep people off, get us a lot of free publicity, backlash, and shit. Let's do it."
I read a lot of statements from them, and I don't think that's actually what they meant. I think they were innocently thinking it was a great historic landmark to talk about.
Yeah, so that was just stupid on their part.
Right.
Like, they could have used like a meat hook or something hanging from the tree instead of a noose.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Conveyed their point a little better, maybe.
Yeah. Well, that's true too. You could have had a meat hook hanging from that tree, and it would have spoken a little different than the noose imagery. What are you gonna? Do you hang a cow meat from a tree the same way you would hang a body?
I think the only thing that bothers me is we're talking Nova Scotia here, and they're talking about it being reminiscent of lynching in southern United States. How about you admit that shit happened up there too, and you just talk about lynching? Don't put it on.
That shit did definitely happen in this time.
It went down in Canada, just not to the extent it did down there.
No, not to the extent that it happened down there, and it's not. That kind of stuff ended a lot earlier too.
We didn't go to war for a right to keep people as slaves, kind of thing. Whereas that's kind of what happened down there. Random in the comment, Donna Lester says, "Do you think what do you think is better, Release the Hounds Big Rig or the one I'm drinking from Sawdust City?" This is not a black IPA. This is a urinal stout. It's basically liquid dark chocolate. And
it's a urinal puck stout.
Oh my god, it's fucking amazing. It's a urinal imperial stout at 9.5%. In my opinion,
urinal sounds like a urinal is just some word that they made up, but it also sounds like they pissed in it.
Yeah, but I don't. You got to think about the Uranus part of it. So it's all about Uranus.
I get that. I don't want to know about Uranus.
I don't care, man. This beer's. If you haven't had this beer, you get a chance to have it. Try this beer.
I've had that beer.
This, in my opinion, is at least 3 times better than fucking Release the Hounds is good, but not as good as that one. That one's so good.
Okay, we'll get to the comments quick before I continue on. Then, so Jimmy Jazz also said Sean and Ed's repurposed a building in Hamilton, but they suck. Their building was it was a bus repair depot, and it was also a skating rink. So yeah,
it's kind of weird.
Beer to the Rescue says the brewery Vivante in Grand Rapids, Michigan is in an old funeral home, and that's amazing. Ethan doesn't like us anymore, so he just shows up to say sup buttholes.
Nice. Hey, man.
Hey, guys. Cody, Laura, and Sean and I are watching. Good day, Donna, and everybody else. Do you guys think is a better IPA, Release the Hounds from Big Rig or the one Redbeard is drinking? Oh, okay. That's what Redbeard was going on about. I think Sawdust City makes some great IPAs and some great pale ales. Like their Golden Beach Pale Ale is awesome. I'd rather drink that than the Big Rig one. Big Rig makes some good beers, too. Lauren is really good at what he does. And it's a beautiful place to go to. The best part about going to Big Rig for anyone that's never been to Big Rig, first off, the food is good. Second off, there's the great tables where you tell your waitress what beer you like, and she will hook that beer up to a keg system that goes to your table, and you pour your own beers, and it just records.
That
sounds like it get expensive really, really quickly.
It can.
That's awesome. Big Rig's in Ottawa.
It's in Ottawa.
Oh, cool.
Like Sawdust City is. I've said it. I've come to that conclusion. Overall, Sawdust City is my favorite brewery. Like, just I love going there. I love
my 2 favorite breweries would be Half Hours on Earth and Blood Brothers. Sorry, Blood Brothers. Right now,
I haven't had enough beers from either of them to go there. Like, I've had a lot of Sawdust City beers, and they have impressed me way more times than disappointed me. So, and again, like, just I've met them at festivals and stuff. They've always been super nice to me, super great people, and their brewery in itself it's in an old Canadian Tire building. It's just really cool. I love that place.
So Jamie just said basically the same thing I said. I don't care what people put out as far as labels, etc. But how do you not know a noose would piss people off? Stupid marketing department.
Yeah, right. And it wasn't just one guy; it was a group of people who decided on this. I mean, between them all, they couldn't figure this out. That's a bad idea. You know?
Well, it's a new brewery. It's a new brewery. It could have just been one person. You never know.
So before I go on to the next story, my next beer is from Plan B Brewery. This is the former Ghosts dry hops Belgian single.
Oh, that's just the straight up. Like, it's not. I had the passion fruit one, and I have I had the blood orange one, and I have the passion fruit one still. I really wasn't a big fan. It was like too much Belgian going on for me.
Well, one, you don't like Belgian. We already know that. You're racist towards the Belgians. And two, I would actually agree with you. The nose was amazing. The flavor wasn't.
I want to say it did. I want to say it smelled pretty damn good.
Oh, it smelled fucking fantastic.
It was good.
What else do we have? Rhino, I saw your review on Big Rig Release the Hounds. You gave it a 9 out of 10 and said you can drink kegs of this stuff. Yeah, I could. It was a good beer. I don't know if it's still just as good. I was just saying that if I'm looking at just IPAs and stuff, there's a lot better out there. Black IPAs, I haven't had enough black IPAs, to be honest with you. The black IPAs I like the most are more like hoppy stouts because there seems to be a big variance in black IPAs and how they come off. And for me, like I said, it's mostly like the hoppy stouts that I really like.
I agree with you on that one.
What would be the best black IPA in my opinion? Because you're really into black IPAs.
The Lake of the Woods one, or sorry, Lake of Bays one they have out now is pretty decent.
I have a can of that. I haven't tried it yet.
It's not bad. That release for Howlands is actually a pretty decent one.
Nickelbrook's Malevolent, a lot of people love. I'm not a big fan of it.
I've never seen that.
It has a Lucha Libre wrestler on it.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I want to say I've had at least 1 or 2 black IPAs by Bose.
Oh, good day, Sage. Why aren't you in here? You're too good.
Sage.
What's going on,
Sage?
Too good for us?
You do it, Sage.
And Basement Beer Reviews, Jamie says he believes all colors of IPA are created equal. So thank you, Jamie, for being just yourself like always.
Wow.
So there's a bunch of new online shipping stores here in Ontario. You can now order 5 Paddles Brewing Company online. They are a 6-bottle minimum order.
But can you make them 6 different bottles?
Oh yeah, it's 6 different bottles.
That's how you do it. That's awesome.
So let's see, what do they have right now? Would I be able to make an order? Let's see. I only order things if I haven't had them before. Remember, I could get 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 5 that I haven't had, and I would order 2 of one of them, which is I'm going to screen share this too because this is the best. This is the best marketing department I've ever seen.
Nice. I want to see you do it.
Basically, it's Ed Woods that does most of the labeling ideas. Nick knows Ed.
Is this 5 Paddles?
Yes. So my favorite right here, Juice Campbell.
Evil Dead.
Hail to the king.
That's cool.
And I love how he has the paddle instead of a shotgun.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's awesome. There's a couple of breweries that do stuff kind of along these lines, and they're all I love shit like that. It's really awesome.
So here we go. So they have the Home Sweet Home, which okay, whatever. They have the In Your Face IPA, which is pretty good. The Dr. Juice I've never had. $8.50 a bottle though, but these are 650s. They're 650s. Brother Ian's Belgian 6 is $7. The Juice Campbell is $7.50. Rise and Grind, which is what the fuck is it? I can't even read that.
I'd want a Juice Campbell just for the fucking label. That's
so
awesome.
do I. Rise and Grind.
It says it's a coffee blonde. It says coffee blonde, which actually sounds pretty cool.
I couldn't read that, so I'm glad you can.
Hey man, I got the honest for everybody.
Coffee blonde from Gahan. It wasn't that good.
The Dominatrix Black IPA. That sounds pretty cool.
There you go. Dirty.
Actually, Donna, that is actually a good one. That is a good one.
$7.50. Those are, would you say they're 650s?
They're 650s, yeah.
So that's a decent price for that.
Retro Home Sweet Home, and then the Dark Poetry Black Lager.
Ooh.
So I mean, they usually have 6 to 10 beers out at one time, so they're always good for that.
They don't have Midnight Paddler out right now, do they?
Not at the moment, no. Another brewery just announced it was selling via the mail, and that was Nickelbrook. Nickelbrook is now doing an online store as well. Now, Jace has told me Nickelbrook is not the greatest at processing orders. He made his order on Tuesday. It still hasn't even been processed. I did bring up the fact that some breweries only send out deliveries once a week. So he may have missed the delivery day. Like their delivery day might be Monday, so they know it gets anywhere in Ontario by Friday. Right?
So they're not going to ship it until next week. That makes sense. Apparently, I see it right now. Their beer is definitely a lot cheaper to buy on the website than in the LCBO, which is kind of cool.
This is the thing, right? They've done this before, and it stays that way until they get caught. They did it with the Bolshevik Bastard. The 4-pack of Bolshevik Bastard in the LCBO was the same price as a 6-pack at the brewery.
Really?
It's illegal for them to have a different price at the brewery.
Oh, really?
Than at the LCBO. But they always do this until they get caught, and then they up the price again.
That's pretty funny.
So right now,
if you want it, get it now. Get it now.
Yeah, get it now. So yeah, there's the Cheeky Bastard, the Raspberry Uber. Holy shit, look at the Raspberry Uber price. It's like $5 at the LCBO.
I want to say right now, I think it's like pretty much the same price here. I just saw it today, and I was like, that's not that expensive. Weird. Proud as Funk I'd like to try, and Cafe del Bastardo I'd like to try. Those are the only two that I haven't tried.
Cafe del Bastardo, that's the one I really want to try at some point.
Proud as Funk. I'm gonna open that up. That was made for the Pride Parade type of stuff. But
a few of their Funk Lab beers I'd actually like to try. They're sour ones.
Uptown Funk You Up.
Uptown Funk You Up. So yeah, there's. Oh, you can buy the beer. You can buy the root beer online. Oh my God, I'm gonna make an order of root beer.
Fuck, there he's gonna spend $1,200.
I'm gonna spend $1,000. You're right. Just
$1,200 on root beer.
Is it alcoholic root beer or just
no? It's not alcoholic root beer. It's actual sarsaparilla root beer. It's fucking insanely good. It's the best root beer in Canada.
It is quite good. You gave me one. Was it 2 years ago?
That's a hell of a claim right there. I want to try this now.
It is the whenever I go, I buy a 6-pack at least every time I go into that brewery, and it's gone before I get home normally. Okay, so it's a Flanders sour. Yeah, I'm actually really wanting to try that.
Ooh, cherries. Ooh, the dark fruit and subtle cherry tones dance in the aroma.
Ooh.
Dance around.
They dance.
Some of the descriptions for beers just are too funny.
Now we have more news coming out from Nickelbrook. They announced the 12 Funk Lab beers for this year. So in February, the Pineapple Incident Pineapple Dry Hop Goza will come out.
I saw that. I want to try that badly. That one sounds delicious.
In March, it's the Sour Sop and Tangerine Uber. In April, it's Only Nerds Would Know Sour Hoffenweiss. In May, which I hope means it's coming to the festival, is In a Galaxy Far, Far Away Sour IPA.
Oh, yes.
June is the Permutation No. 1 Barrel Sour. July is the Crop Circle Sour Saison with spices. August is the Plum Uber Berliner Weiss. September is Purification No. 2 Barrel Sour. October is Florida Forensics Blood Orange Table Beer. November is Bastardized Tangerine Fruited Stout. December is Permutation No. 3 Barrel Sour. And then, oh my God, 2019 January, Kon-Tiki Bastard. Coconut and Cacao Nib Kentucky Bastard.
Weird. It sounds kind of, it's like along the lines of Muskoka's Moonlight Kettle type shit where they're like one a month.
It sounds like. It sounds like there better not be any women around me because they might get pregnant just from what's in the air.
Right?
That one you said.
Female viewers or anything, but yeah, that's right up my alley because I love Kentucky Bastard. And then you put chocolate and coconut in it, and oh my motherfucking God.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, that sounds pretty goddamn good. What was it was like April or May or something. Something sounded really, really good to me. And you kept going and I forgot what it was.
I don't know. I turned it off.
Yeah, fair enough. God damn it. I'll find it myself.
Okay, let's get up here now. What did we have going on? From Beer to the Rescue, I loved Malevolent and it holds up very well. He's on the desktop, no cam, no mic. Laptop is upstairs updating Windows 10, story of my life. You're a fucking music teacher. You have a mic. We've gone through this before. Every single time you use the no mic as an excuse, I yell at you. You have a fucking mic somewhere. I'm a music teacher that doesn't have a mic.
Oh, it was May in a Galaxy Far, Far Away Sour IPA. The one you're saying for the festival. I want to say Expansion Sour IPA by Stack was probably one of the best beers I tried last year. It was.
And happy Robert Burns Day to everybody.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, Basement Beers did make the basil beer, the Italian Backyard. Oh, and you even said it after that, Italian Backyard, I think. So yes, we Jimmy Jazz, yeah, that was 5 paddles. Donna Lester, drinking some Flying Monkey's juicy ass, tasty. Donna, please watch your language. We don't use naughty words like that here. And from Teco Murray, fuck you a language. And Donna says it was actually Sean. I think she's just putting the blame on Sean. All right, what do we want to talk about? Is there anything that the viewers want us to talk about? Holy shit, we have 16 people right now. I was just going
to say, we got some viewers right now. Look at us go.
You guys know that, 16, like usual, you're invited in if you want in. You just need to get me a Facebook or something like that, so I can send you the link. If you have a topic you want us to talk about, go ahead. I'm done my beer topics for the week. Yeah.
Oh, I'm out. See it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't stay for the Canadian beer news. That's it.
I have to say, it's so weird seeing you now, Chad, in like your setup. Now that I've been there, like I sat on the couch behind you, it's like it's weird now. It's more surreal now.
You know exactly where it is now.
That couch is changing tomorrow. So that futon is going out to that futon that's been destroyed for years that I just kept because my ex-wife took everything and I couldn't look like I was an axe murderer. That's going out to the curb. And Boychuk's grandmother's 1971 floral couch is coming into the house tomorrow.
Oh my!
Nice.
Wow,
it's going to be amazing.
And the dogs.
That's going to class up the place.
Is it going to hold up to the dogs though? That's the question.
Oh yeah, it's from the 70s. It'll hold up to the dogs.
Nice.
She's
that one there. That couch you have right now is hilarious. Like the whole part where you sit down, it's supposed to be like faux leather, or whatever, and it's all still in the back. There's like nothing left where you're sitting. It was a weird experience, I gotta say.
Why do you think I never wanted to sleep on that downstairs? I came over.
Nikolai slept on that one. I slept in the actual bed.
Daniel DeMaria, what goes in the cage? That would be a Redbeard. Redbeard goes in the cage.
I never did actually. I'm surprised.
Oh, it's because you were a good boy.
The cage is for when I'm at work. My dogs are both puppies still, so they're 6 and 7 months old. So there's the German Shepherd English Mastiff, and yeah, there's a lot of food garbage on the floor. I told you guys.
Look at how calm and like just look at her go.
I had Chinese food tonight. I really broke my diet. And way back there, you can't really see them because my house is a mess. I'm actually putting pictures up on the walls because there's nothing in this house right now.
Even him though.
Except for IKEA shelves.
The fact your dogs are so calm.
Those are Walmart shelves, okay? They actually stand much better than IKEA shelves, and they're cheaper. But back there is the boxer who is sleeping on the couch. That
comment just came up from Daniel. That's a chill dog. You walk into that house and watch how chill the children just vanish instantaneously, man. Boom, gone. They're both like, but it's mostly Boris. He's just the most high energy animal in the world. Like I said, right now,
boxers are boxers. You can't stop it. They are
right now. Look at him go. Look at him go, being all nice and calm and good.
He did that a few times when you were here when he got tired.
Not often. Again, it's just you though, so he's not. There's nobody new to be all constantly excited because. Yeah, when there's people in the house that he doesn't know.
French kissed me. I've had him for 7 months. He's never French kissed me. He's French kissed you.
Yeah.
Who initiated that? Wait a second.
It wasn't intentional.
I'm pretty sure even in dog years that's underage. Way to go, Redbeard.
Yikes.
Ashley, right away. Thank you. I love this shirt as well. I'm very happy with it. It fits me nice. I like it. I just did the vlog on their Kolsch before I did this.
Oh, is that one of the long sleeve shirts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though
they're nice shirts.
Rolled up right now, but it's really good quality. I like it. It's awesome. I found sometimes the shirts you buy from breweries, the merchandise, whatever you want to, it's like cheap.
No, Dave and
quality sometimes.
Dave and Todd don't do cheap.
That's what I figured. It's fantastic. I like it.
So yeah, the couch that's coming into the house has not seen the light of day since 1977. It's been in that basement since the 70s.
So it's
really?
So it's moldy.
No, that's a beautiful house. It's an expensive house. It ain't a moldy couch.
Is it gonna fit right there, or do you have to move the cages? Because that futon's pretty short.
The cages are moving.
Where to?
No, I think probably the kitchen, since there's nothing in there either.
Where in the kitchen?
Where the table used to be that my kids destroyed.
Oh, fair enough.
People, I had one of my female friends go, "You're not gonna have a kitchen table?" I go, "It's me in the fucking house, just me. It's me. You think I need a fucking kitchen table?"
Yeah, I have a kitchen table that, like, my friends come over and play board games sometimes, and that's the only time it really ever gets used. But even then,
I have that one downstairs. I have the normal table that we used to use downstairs, and that's where we play board games.
Nice. Like, even me, like I have the my kitchen comes out with like the island kind of thing coming out, and you can get easily 3 or 4 people around there with the bar stools. So the kitchen table is just, I don't know. I like having one.
I'm going to bring this up again because you just made that comment there, Malt Master Sage. Yeah, I might look young, but this is what I hate. Okay, I lost too much fucking weight. Now I have this turkey gobble. All it is skin, but it hangs.
Yeah,
there's no meat there. It's just fucking skin.
Sadly, honestly, I think
it looks like a shaved ball sack.
Surgery too. There's no exercise to get rid of that. From what I
know.
It just
looks like a shaved ball sack.
Thank you. Yeah, it really does. Yeah.
Was Hugh Jackman in that fucking movie? What was that movie that he was in?
Anything to help.
Movie 42 or Project something. Fucking. It was
movie 43.
It was fucking weird as hell, and Hugh Jackman was in there, and he had a ball sack coming out of his chin, and it was fucking hilarious.
Oh God.
Yeah, so that bothers me. Every time I see it on camera, it bothers me because I actually kind of like the no facial hair look, but I don't like the turkey gobble.
Got me thinking about that now. If I ever shaved it down, nah, I'm all right.
No, you shouldn't have it. You're not nearly as big as I was. Like I was 310 pounds.
Oh yeah. I'm gaining weight. If anything, it's going to get more rounded. Good old homebrew. Do it every time.
I'm now 240. So yeah.
You're wasting away, man. You're wasting away.
Like I said, I'm 5 pant sizes down and 2 shirt sizes down. So
nice.
It is what it is. But yeah, I don't like. I actually could probably get down to a 36, but I don't think I'm going to get any smaller than that. To be honest, I don't think I can.
No, I wouldn't think so. You're not that body style. You're not that guy.
No, that's the thing. Like my skeleton is not that small. I might be able to get a 36. I don't think I'm going to be able to, but I might be able to. But nothing past that will go. Viralex TV, what's going on, sir?
STD.
Not STD. TV.
Viral STD.
Viral.
Jeez.
Plug into an upside down head or something.
Right? What's up with that?
Interesting comment.
I would look very odd as a thin dude. Why do you say that? I pretty much am a thin dude now, man.
Because we know you.
Not a thin dude, but I'm compared to what I was. I'm a thin dude. I'm a thin dude with fucking pythons and shoulder muscles and back muscles. Actually, I had a girl that was, giving me a back massage one day, and she's like, "You're really tight," and I'm like, "No, I'm not." She goes, "No, like this is all tight." No, it's not. She goes, "Well, what the fuck is it then?" I go, "It's actual muscle. You've just never been with somebody that had muscle."
That's funny.
Like I used to be able to crack before I got fat. I was able to crack walnuts in the small of my back. You could put it right between my shoulders, and I could crack it. I'm getting close to that again. They almost touch again when I move back. So once they touch again, I'm going to start doing videos of me crushing chestnuts and shit.
Nice.
If I dropped 200 pounds, that would be different. Yeah, then I'd be 40 pounds right now.
Yeah, you look different, all right?
I would be. I would have no legs, no arms, and I'd probably just be a rib cage.
Bag of bones.
See, I don't think I actually want to get back up to 260, but I want to be back the way I used to be. I want to be mostly muscle, because the time I was in the best shape of my life, I was over 300 pounds as well, but I had no body fat on me. It was all muscle. And then I lost that all. And then I ended up being back up at that weight. I was back up at like 310, but I was not built like I used to be. Not at all. And yeah. So I would love to get back up to about 260. I don't think I'll ever hit 300 again, but I'd love to be carrying around 260. I don't think my knees can really deal with 300 ever again. My knees are getting old, getting very old. Well, from my 300 plus previous weight, yeah, then I'd be 110, and I still don't think I'd be anything but bones then. Like my shoulders are Redbeard's met me now. I'm a short guy, but I'm made to carry weight.
Yeah, stocky. All the stocky.
Next is the blood orange.
Blood orange. What now? Oh, you're doing the same one, but that's the one I had. And that one, oh, and you look like you're using your new Ontario glass. That's awesome.
I love this new Ontario glass. Thank you very much. You know what this new Ontario glass reminds me of? It almost reminds, it's a slightly different shape, but it reminds me of the Sam Adams taster glass that Nick brought me one year.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, the perfect pint glass.
Yeah, it actually, if this curved out and this wasn't as butt pluggy, it would be basically.
Actually,
that's awesome.
Even after you use that description for it, I'm about to say that I have one of those glasses, except for it's a Hammond River glass. It's kind of. I always thought it was kind of thin in the mouth though, because it's. Oh, shut up. I thought it was kind of thin on the opening too, so it doesn't
thin.
smell.
Just a little thin for your mouth.
A little thin for your mouth. No, the opening is a little small, and you can't smell it as much. What? Fuck off!
It's a cold glass. You can't smell as much, eh?
I'm very much obsessed with this glass that I got from Jake over at Lock Street.
I think
I like this one here. It's not technically a Teku, but it's the same kind of shape. It's from Lindemans.
Yeah, you have the Feku, eh? You have the Feku, and he has the Teku.
It's a fake Teku.
But this glass, it's crystal.
Yeah, that's
really nice. I like it.
Sage, this one's brewed by Plant B.
That's actually not bad.
I keep fucking it harder, Redbeard. Do it. No, harder than that. I'm waiting for him to break it.
No, I'm just hitting with my nail, man. Like I'm hitting it.
Redbeard, it's hard. Crystal. It can still break.
No, but again, I'm not hitting it hard enough to break it at all.
I get. You haven't had many crystal glasses, have you?
No, actually.
They can break by you looking at them.
Yeah, I'm nervy every time I use these. Like a set of four.
The first night that I had this, using it, I can't believe it was a live stream hanging. It was somebody. I'm not sure who, but I had it sitting over here, and I bumped it like a good 5 times. I actually bumped it to the point where it spilled onto my pants like 3 times. So three different pairs of pants went in the washing machine, and I somehow never actually knocked it off or anything.
That's exactly it, Sage. Sage says he would do that with his Glencairn glass right now, which is also a crystal glass, but it would shatter into shards.
Yeah. Marcel has one of those glasses. It's a whiskey glass, eh? The little fucking weird fluty whiskey one. That's just like that. Yeah, whiskey out.
It is a Glencairn glass.
Marcel actually brings his over sometimes. He still has it in his special blocks and stuff because he's so scared of breaking it. It's pretty funny.
You can get them pretty cheap online now.
Oh, like this box?
Not something like that. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Considering it says Glencairn glass and it's actually the box for it. Now I keep it around just to keep my glass in. But yeah, they sell these in New Brunswick NB Liquor for $10, which isn't bad.
I want to say Marcel was talking about how it's like $30 or something at least.
Holy fuck, no!
But now I can say, "Fuck you, man." I know a guy who told me straight up, it's cheaper than that. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
If he bought it for $30, he got ripped bad.
Yeah.
Well, Marcel's like that sometimes, though. He just always has to one up everybody, kind of thing. It's very, very rare for me to get a new beer and be like, "Look at this new beer I got." He'll be like, "Yeah, I had that." Like, it's very rare for him to be like, "Oh, cool," or anything like that. Just to show any interest in something that wasn't his idea, basically. I guess you could say he's my best friend, but he's.
Speaking of new beer, actually one that I was really surprised to see here in New Brunswick, and it's probably not too surprising that I just got a bottle of Bottle Limp from Bose, but the other one was the new barrel aged Jameson's Cask barrel aged version of Strong Patrick. That showed up here for some reason.
Nice.
I'm really kind of stoked for that one.
Now I'm going to just open something up here and screen share this for you. So here's a dual pack for $25 from Glencairn themselves.
That's funny.
Instead of them knockoffs. Then we have this one, which is a 6-pack for $50. And this one's from a different store, so I'm going to guess it's not the actual Glencairn branded ones, but who cares? It's fucking.
It looks exactly the same.
It has the Glencairn stamping at the bottom of the glass. You can see it in the reflection.
Oh.
No, look at the original picture, the glass itself. Look at the base of it.
Oh, you're right. It does.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
And then lastly, we have a 4-pack for $40.
Right.
So you can get them for, on average, like $10-15 a piece.
Yeah, that's not bad then, I guess. I mean, I've never heard of that brand, but that's what the Spiegel went for. It was a 4-pack with different shaped glasses, and they're like $40.
Well, that's the beer glasses, right? These are whiskey glasses. Now I have about 10 of them downstairs. I got some of them for free from work, and I bought a 6-pack, and I use them sometimes when there's a group of us doing reviews because they hold about 4 or 5 ounces, but they're a good shape for.
I see. Yeah.
They're a great little glass to have whiskey with. That's for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Sounds like I need to get some glasses like that and some whiskey.
There you go. Do
It's
it.
a reason to drink, isn't it?
I still stand by my whiskey is
Dream big. What? Whiskey is definitely not evil.
Whiskey's evil, man. I can't handle.
It's the nectar of the gods.
Mix it with some Pepsi or some Coke. Awesome.
This Lechag 10 year. It's only 10 years old, but damn, is it nice.
What is it?
Really
the what?
Lechag.
That's
It
Chag.
looks like
Ledag.
Yeah, I know. That's how they pronounce it in Scotland. It's Lechag.
Really? That's weird. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've heard like weird pronunciations.
Now, do you want to see Lee's favorite glass?
Yeah.
I'll show you Lee's favorite glass. This is his favorite glass in the world. He's told me he wants me to send him one, and I might just buy him it because he likes it so much. And it would be the vampire glass.
It's got a straw.
Oh, hell.
That's pretty funny.
Wow.
That's my favorite.
That's a wine glass, isn't it? Yeah, wine glass sucking cup mug with drinking tube.
Yep.
Straw. It's only $8. That's not bad.
Talk about something that looks breakable. That's it right there.
Oh yeah, that I bought a 6-pack, and 2 of them were smashed into tiny little pieces when they got here.
That's funny.
And yeah, it took a little bit to get more of them because they came from China, but they shipped them right away. They did great to appease me.
That'd be an interesting way to do like beer reviews with if the beer has a whole lot of sediment, you could try like from the top and be like, okay, it tastes like, and then you could try that sediment.
Lee used to get mad at me because I would do well, 1, beer reviews, and 2, I would do BDU while drinking out of that, and he would yell at me all the time. That's the stupidest fucking looking glass in the world.
That's awesome.
Right? It looks like it's got a handle on there almost, yeah, like a mug.
Well, speaking of stupid stuff, check this out. How do you suppose this whiskey is pronounced?
Not anything like it looks like, probably.
Teabag.
It looks like teabag, but it's actually pronounced Chevek.
There you
Teabag.
Huh? Teabag.
See, I am not great in
Anything?
Gaelic. In anything, no. I'm not great at Gaelic, but I know a bit of Gaelic, and I would never even think it was pronounced that way. I think they're just changing the name of it because they don't want to be teabag.
I think that they probably picked like what that looks like. It looks like it says teabag, but they're like, it's not actually teabag.
It looks like teabag.
It's whatever else stupid thing that it means.
Oh.
It's English, but not English. Weirdness.
Well, I mean, people talk about Mandarin and everything being really hard to learn, but I would say Gaelic is one of the hardest languages out there to learn. It does not make sense at all. Some things you can say a whole bunch of words with 1 word, and some things are like 2 words that you end up having to say 7 for.
Nice.
Like, it's just stupid. Stupid. Just try it. It's stupid.
Just reading Malt Master's comments. Yeah, I gotta try it too at some point. It's not expensive either. That Chevek.
That delicious tea bag.
Yeah, it's the tea bag. You can have the tea bag in your mouth for only like $40 up here.
Nice, good deal.
It's a $40 tea bag.
That's not bad. Everybody wants a good deal on their tea bag.
What was a hey, our Teku glasses meant for a specific style of beer? They're meant for whatever fucking style of beer you put in them.
Yeah, I don't think they're just. I don't know. I just like they work well with the food.
Where's Teku Murray? He's the master of the Teku.
He was in the comments at one point.
It's his first name.
He was here at some point at the comments. Where'd he go?
Jamie, what did you delete? What messages did you delete?
One of them was a link. It didn't go anywhere. It went to some weird site, and I'm not sure what the second one was.
Oh.
Copita nosing glass, eh? I go for a piss and I come back to this stupid glass. I would yell at you too.
I put a link.
The only glass that was dumber was the wine carafe. That was a great glass. What are you talking about?
You were drinking out of a wine carafe?
Yep.
That's really funny.
I'm part of Elite Deals, so they'll give you things that are like 95% off. So I got a crystal wine carafe there for like for $1.55. Nice. So of course I had to buy it because it's $1.55, and I put 4 cans of a beer in it, and I sat here drinking it. And
that's hilarious. Is it carafe? I thought it was carafe for some reason.
God damn it! I had to look that up. It looks like a fucking test tube.
The Capito nosing glass?
No, the wine carafe.
The Welly boot glass is pretty dumb too. Or sorry, Dunba. It's Dunba too. Oh, there you go. Now I corrected dumb. Nice save. Nice save.
Mine's packed away. The weirdest glass I've got is one of the ones for Pavel Quack. You know, the one that's got the stand.
Yes.
Bubble at the bottom and a.
It's basically a yard glass, but not proper yard glass.
I was at a festival, and a guy had one of the big drinking horns with like his own like sheath for it and his fucking belt and shit.
Oh,
that thing was badass. I would like to get one of those. Those are cool. The big, you can get them in like 10-pint size or some shit like that.
It would go.
It's huge horn.
It would go with your braided beard and your Viking persona.
There you go.
Yeah. I didn't even do it last night. Actually, I meant to do it last night.
Here's something I should buy. If I can ever find this for like $1.50, I'll get this for my next glass. Because I'm not paying $60 for it, but I think it would be hysterical to do a review with this. Bang.
Oh, shit.
There you go.
Wow. How do you put that back up there? Oh, yeah, I got to.
Stop talking. I can't see it.
Ooh, I thought I clicked on myself before I did.
What the flying fuck is that?
It's a decanter with a fucking antique ship inside it.
That would really be a pain in the ass to wash.
I was just going to say the same thing.
If you let the wine dry.
Well, you don't let the wine dry. That's the thing.
Wow.
It's cool, but holy shit, that's gonna be dangerous.
Yeah, it'd be a pain to keep clean.
Yeah, it's like, dude, do not drink Belgian beers with yeast in it.
See, now I need a braid.
Just think if I could get that. That would be awesome.
How much are they?
$60, so bucks. I'm not buying that.
Wine enthusiast etched Globe Spirits decanter.
That's awesome. Good stuff.
I
want this thing.
Try to clean that with a wire brush.
Oh my god, I want this.
The hell is that thing? U-shaped. What the fuck?
It's just weirdness.
I want it so bad.
It's got the long straw on the top of it, so you can blow bubbles in your wine.
So you can just drink it like that.
I wonder. Oh my god, I can actually. Sweet.
Oh, nice. I want it. It's only $30. It's $30 I don't have, so I'm not gonna. Look at that! Look at how you pour it.
You gonna be okay there, Chad?
No, he's about to lose his shit. You might want to check your underwear. I think you lost your shit.
I want to do a beer review out of this thing, and I want to pour it into the glass out of it, just like this.
Here, you can review that coconut Kentucky bastard out of that.
There you go.
Wow, 1,500 milliliters.
It would be so fun. So fun.
That's going to be awesome right here. I'm so excited.
I'd bring it to the beer festival, and that's what I'd drink out of.
Oh, you'd drink that sucker for sure.
That wouldn't last very long until Uric got there and started breaking glasses.
He'd punt it on the ground on me. You laughed there, Redbeard, but the one year he got there, he was the second guy in basically, and he broke his glass the second he got in.
Really?
Yep. I remember hearing the shatter.
Nice. That happened actually.
That was year 2.
The Elgin Street Beer Fest I was at in Sudbury. It was on the street basically, and like once the day wore on, you could just sit there and wait, and eventually you hear the shatter of a glass on the ground. So many people lost their glasses. Oh, here we go. I got rid of the brand name. This is sweet now. Now it's just Viking horns. Nice.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Golly.
Now you gotta braid the beard.
Bad again. I can't do it on myself. That's the thing. I used to be really good at braiding.
Googling shittiest glassware for shitheads.
All right. Let me see what I can do here. It's been a long time. I took a little bit of cosmetology in high school because I had to.
Sure you did.
It was either take music class or take tech. And tech was all the shop classes for like a month. And for some reason, cosmetology was in there. And I took like a month of cosmetology. And I was good at it. I was good at braiding hair and shit. Maple Rusky.
What's going on? Hey.
What the fuck is this?
I'm just trying to braid myself. It's all good.
Oh, shit.
Check out this glass. Maybe you should try to look for this one.
Whoa.
The face hugger glass.
I'm looking right now.
That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
that looks cool.
Yeah.
Face hugger. Like Alien?
No, the face hugger from fucking Family Guy. Obviously. I think I kind of just actually... Did I do it? I did. Look at me go. I braided myself.
Nice.
Go.
I don't know where my elastic went, but there we go. Viking.
We're just
that's part of the beard. Look, I don't even need an elastic. It just stays.
So
So
what's
wiry?
going on there, Nikolai? What's going on, Maple Ruski?
Not too much. Been trying to edit my 100th beer review. I've been really slacking on those lately. And I got about 50 minutes to play with.
Why the hell have you not uploaded any of your cool fucking videos from Chat's House yet?
Because he numbered them all.
Yeah, I've numbered them all. So I've been slacking with Google and shit. So,
I forgot about that. I forgot. Yeah, every time you're like, "Welcome back to me, Rusky," and beer review number. I was in that hole for a while. You should stop doing that. It makes it so much easier, man.
It makes it harder to do it. You don't have to put them up in sequence. Nobody knows.
Like, because I was doing the facts of the day and shit for a while.
Yeah, that must have been real hard.
I had to like time it all out. Today being this day, and yeah, so. But good time.
By the way, I found a great glass for Greg. This is a great one for Greg, isn't it?
Sweet.
That's a great glass for anybody.
Yeah.
That's just a good glass.
That's
just sweet. I need more beer. My long dark voyage to Uranus has ended.
Wow.
It was
You
good.
enjoy your ass.
I did. I enjoyed Uranus all day long.
Oh, I feel violated now.
Yeah, right? Cringe.
That's how I roll.
I don't know how you made it through, Nikolai.
I was good. Don't worry. My asshole was just fine.
Here's that quack glass that I was talking about there earlier. It's got that wooden stand.
Oh shit!
It is a very neat glass. Now mine's not the one I've got. Isn't branded. It's just the glass on the stand. It doesn't have the quack logo on the side, but it looks almost like that.
That's just weird.
I know it's a very weird looking glass.
Yeah, it is.
Something from Belgium. They're very unique. A lot of Belgian beers have their own unique glass, so you got to drink it of the proper glassware to enjoy it at their fullest potential.
Well, according to them, so they can sell you a glass.
It's a yard glass. That's all it is. You don't drink out of a yard glass to enjoy it.
There's a proper name for it. I can't remember what the name is.
Here we go. This is probably a bad idea, but let's do it anyway. Good times. Yeah. I went to Barnstorm on the way back from Chad's house and bought three beers and just tonight realized this one, I didn't have it in a can, but I had it last year in a bottle, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same thing. This is their Cocky Captain American Strong Ale, coming in at 7.5% ABV.
Ooh.
So, this, why not? Fucking wee!
So
It's light compared to the last year I had, so it's all good.
Uranus is what, 9%?
No, the last one was 9.5. It was the Long Dark Voyage there.
Okay, yeah, I haven't had
We
it.
have like that Blood of Cthulhu.
There you
and
go. A yard glass.
Prodromus are tied for the top 3 stouts of my life, pretty much.
I thought a
It's
yard
pretty
glass
big
is
glass.
more tapered than that.
It's a yard
Oh.
glass.
Quarter yard. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's exactly the one I've got right there.
Great comment here, Basement Beer. What are you Googling? Shittiest glassware for shitheads? And then he said he enjoyed the Facts of the Day reviews.
Stupid
Thanks,
stuff
man.
to make people ask stupid questions.
I think when I finally, randomly, when I hit 500, I'm going to do something special and probably bring back the whatever of the day. But it's funny. I was up to, 492 or something?
Mm-hmm.
And I've been hovering 492. I'm now down to 489. I'll go to 490, 49. I'm hovering. I've done that. It's happened before where you hover in that one spot for an annoyingly long time kind of thing. It's I'm so close to 500. Just fucking happen. So,
Yeah, I bet that can be quite frustrating.
this beer smells just like an ESB
I got something that smells like an ESB.
in your ass.
For your jockstrap.
Ooh, that'd be a decent smelling jockstrap, I gotta say.
Oh,
Man, yeah, jockstraps do not smell good, so if it smelled like that,
then obviously you got some kind of deficiency.
That's when you market that deficiency, man. You sell that to high school kids. Yeah.
well, I mean, I used to, take my shirt after wrestling practice, wring it out into a jar, and then put that jar in a locker,
Then ferment it.
and I called it Essence of Albino.
Oh, gross.
You should have kept that, man. You could that would be vintage by now, and you could make some coin off that shit.
Just sell it to Tom Ford. He'd
Wait.
fucking market it.
Put it in a stubby brown bottle and call it Labatt Superbock.
Is that what you did?
That's awesome.
Now you know.
I kind of think, is that going to work better?
All right, I'm gonna head out for the night. You guys have fun.
The hell, man? It's only 11 o'clock. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no. Well, shit, this is like the third hangout in 3 days that I've been on.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. I'll give you that.
Yeah. All right, I'll catch you guys later.
All right.
Cheers.
Take it easy.
Have a good night, sir.
Loser.
I'm not sure if it's going to.
No, that's what Bob does all the time. He'll wait until somebody leaves. It. Fucking cunt. Really, Nick? Come on.
Oh, I just figured out a way to wear sunglasses during my gaming live streams and not have my headphones dig into my head. I need to wear these horns all the time. If I put the headphones over them,
Yeah.
cushion the headphones, and the headphones aren't actually completely over my ears right now, so the glasses are unaffected. This is fantastic.
I just found
Life
some new
hacks.
glasses as well for you, Jamie, if you're still around. I think you'll like these ones. I really think you'll like these ones. They kind of look like candle holders, so I think you'll enjoy them. Here we go. Dang.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
What the fucking weird kind of shit is that? Those are like, hey, we want to make a glass that allows you to transfer all of the possible heat from your hand into the drink you're having. There you go. You've got it. That's one of the things I like about this glass. I love this. I can hold it down here, and I'm not making my beer warm by holding it.
It
You
looks
wanna
like a spittoon, huh?
What the fuck is that?
Dude.
That is crazy.
You want to make your beer warm. That's how you taste it.
Again, that's how you taste it. That is not generally how I taste it. I can, and I did, and it wasn't a terrible experience, but I'm just
cold.
I'm just not where you are in that world, man.
Your stout's got to be warmer. Your stout's got to be warmer.
I'm down. Stouts? warm them up a little bit. Yes.
Because
But not all like Albino Rhino. All the beers in the room, just on the floor and room temperature, and it's weird, man. It's really weird.
Yeah. I wouldn't be cool with that. Yeah, that's what Paul does from PA.
I don't know if you've noticed the Irish flags and stuff, but I was raised European.
I had no idea. That's an Irish flag.
Whoa.
Oh shit! Fuck me. Who knew?
We drink our shit warm. we don't waste refrigerator space on beer.
Dude, you're not wasting refrigerator space because your fridge was empty. I think if my burrito was still in there, I'd probably throw it away.
Jamie, you're not going to Chris Farley my table, okay? It's not going to happen. You can't fat up that table. I did things to my ex-wife on that table, and she's a big lady.
Donna wants to braid my beard. I just did. Look at me go. It's beautiful. I'm proud of myself. I did it.
I aspire.
Don't mind her. She's a retired hairdresser.
Apparently. Yeah. Did you throw it my half burrito, Chad? I'm hoping you did. Otherwise, it might start to go smell bad.
What's that?
My half burrito that I left in your goddamn fridge, and I was sad about it.
I fed it to my dogs.
There you go. At least it did. As long as it didn't go to waste, I'm happy.
Have a good night there, Sage.
Still though, I'm pissed off because I was looking forward to the second half. That burrito was huge. It was the first one I'd ever had, and it was delicious.
Where'd you get it from?
Wait, frijoles, right?
Yes, sir.
Damn
you
right.
remember it?
I do.
Never heard of that.
It was memorable. It was
Passion fruit is next. There we go. Boom.
Well, look at you go doing all of them. Did you like the blood orange one?
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I thought it smelled a lot better than it tasted.
I agree. Although I thought it smelled way better than it tasted. Two Belgian.
Bang. There you go.
And this one here I haven't had. Their white IPA also was kind of Belgian. I was mildly frightened by.
The cellar is optional. You're right. The cellar is optional, sir. Cellar is optional.
Well, I think
from Jamie, the only good thing about those glasses would be the skish when I drop them on concrete.
Nice. It's been a while since I've broken a bottle on my channel. It used to be like if it was a bad bottle, if I hated it, then I'd break the bottle. But even I haven't hated a beer in a while. Last one, I flicked one off the pedestal thing recently, but
this is for you there, Redbeard. Ready?
I'm ready. What's happening here?
She's even more chill right now.
That's ridiculous. Like she was never really the crazy one. It was Boris. She feeds off Boris as far as energy goes for sure. Like when he gets all riled up, he gets her riled up. Is what I found.
And she also keeps him riled up because she'll attack him just to get him going.
Oh no, again, like I said a few times, like she's not just a bitch in like the technical term. She's a bit of a bitch. Like she's like there's like 4 bones on the ground. She gets them all around her, and she like barks and like threatens to rip Boris's face off if he wants one of them. It's hilarious to watch, but it's like really, you're just you're a bit of a bitch.
That's women.
Reinforcing the whole stereotype, or the thought, animals seriously do have their own personalities. Like,
oh, of course.
People are like, a dog's a dog, a cat's a cat. Well, no, it's not that. No, not that way at all. Like,
no, exactly.
Aw, Basement Beer broke a glass while he was doing a how to cook bacon video. Aw, you poor guy, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
It does suck.
I broke one of my Sawdust City glasses when I was doing the goddamn dishes. Pissed me right off. Some of the a lot of my glasses I've gotten for free. Those were a couple I actually paid for. So when it broke, I was like, fucking not a happy boy.
I got a bad glass story. My buddy brought out his glass from fucking the Guinness Brewery out in Ireland.
Fancy.
That same night, off the table, smashed, million pieces.
Nice.
And he didn't realize till about, I think, a couple weeks later. I saw him. I'm like, dude, your glass broke that night. He's like, no. I'm like, yeah, you don't remember? He's like,
What
that would make it even worse right there, not remembering it.
I know. I'm just like, dude, it gives you the excuse to go back. But
I replaced it since then, but I had a Muskoka brewing glass. It was like not quite like this, but one of the like a bit of a flute than the bigger kind of tulip style.
Yeah.
And it was beside my sink, ready to be washed. Whatever I way over rinsed the glass, went like that, and just smoked it off the fucking counter. And it was funny. The glass, everything was fine, but the bottom around here all shattered. You could still stand it up, but it was all fucked up on the bottom. It was hilarious.
Oh God. Get some like Gorilla Glue or some shit.
Yeah, if I had found all the pieces,
yeah, fair enough.
I clean kitchen hood fans for a living, so I'm in a different restaurant every day. I just like wait until there's one that has like a glass I don't have, and sometimes I'll be like, "Hey, can I have this?" And other times it's like, "No one's around, no cameras. It's after hours."
Yeah.
But again, like they're not paying for that glassware. The brewers are bringing it to them, so
yeah, for sure.
And the only reason I want it is so I can give whatever brewery more of a kind of shout out when I'm drinking their beer. Like I want to have eventually, it'll never happen because there's so many breweries, like a branded glass for every brewery that I drink beer from, kind of thing. Like that's my goal kind of shit. But Railway City actually recently just contacted me through Twitter. I woke up to a message from them saying, "Thanks so happy not quite so new year anymore. Thanks so much for your support over the years. Is your address still the same? We want to send you a care package." And I was like, "Holy shit. Thank you so much."
Awesome.
I'm still waiting on Big Rock is supposed to send me something. Cameron's was supposed to send me something. Long Slice, some weird small brewery in Toronto, and then now this one. So that's 4. So come to think of it, I got to message Cameron's again and be like, what the fuck's going on? Because that was a while ago for that one.
Right? Did y'all forget me?
Who would forget you? Why did I forget you?
No, all right. I'm just like, like what you were just saying there. You're checking back with them. Like, did y'all forget me?
Exactly.
They're the one giving.
I had a bunch of breweries that were supposed to send me things that just never did, and I don't. As long as they send me the money for the beer festival, I don't give a shit. Don't send me your beer. Just give me the money you owe me. That's really what it comes down to. What do we have from Skizars? Do you guys agree that darks, especially the box stouts and porters, are among Flying Monkey's worst brews? No. Some of them I don't like, but some of them I love. I haven't had the new Chocolate Manifesto, but I loved the original Chocolate Manifesto.
So it is new, that one? Like
it's a slightly different recipe.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll definitely pick one up when I see it.
Okay, just message.
The Bare Naked
message Big Rock. Look at me go. Where's Cameron's?
The Bare Naked Ladies beer. Cameron's. No matter who you're dealing with at Cameron's, you're not getting your shit from them.
Really?
They are the most scatterbrained brewery out there. They're all good people. They're just scatterbrained. And if you ever go to visit them, if Bill starts talking to you, I hope you have an entire day to just stand there because he won't stop talking.
Wow.
That's funny.
Good to know.
But what was I going to say? The Bare Naked Ladies one I liked. The City and Color one I did not like.
Is that Flying Monkeys? I have that.
Yeah.
That was the only beer that they had in the brewery. I stopped there, like the 3 breweries in Barrie, them, Redline, and Barnstormer, coming back from your place. And Flying Monkeys, my first time ever being there. And I was quite disappointed that was the only beer they had. And now I'm even more sad that you didn't like it. Goddamn.
What else did they have? The Acadian Groove I liked. There was 2 others I've had by them that I wasn't a fan of. Their brown ale I didn't like, the Deep Tracks Brown. So yeah, I guess I'm a mixed bag. There are some of their dark beers that I really like and some I don't like, but my favorite beers from them are their Radlers. The Loganberry is great. The White Lightning is great. The Orange Mungus is one of the best Radlers I've ever had in my life, and if I could have a picture of it in my fridge at all times, I'd be drinking it every fucking day. I can never drink a grapefruit Radler again, unfortunately, or I could die now with one of my new pills. So that's fun to know. which is sad because those are my favorite beers. What do we have? Ashley Sexton. I can't remember the last dark beer I've had from Flying Monkeys. They've got like Netherworld Cascadian Dark Ale. It's like a black IPA kind of thing. Pretty good from Skazars. Ashley Sexton returns with, I had an old Juicy Ass from them that sucked. They don't date their cans, so I had no idea when I bought it. I have a Juicy Ass from them in the spare room too, and it's probably fucking ancient. Because I bought it like a month ago, so it's probably like 6 months old.
Yeah, that won't be any more good.
What do we have? Donna, Chad, are you ever planning on emailing me? I know you're a busy guy. I was just wondering, didn't I answer your email? I have an email from you. It says I replied to it. I get on answering things. Sometimes it takes me a while, but I usually get on answering things. I try not to read an email unless I'm going to answer it that day, because if I don't, I forget about it and I never get to it. Like there was one brewery that asked me something about the beer festival, and I read it, and I was on my cell phone and I didn't have the file they needed, so I didn't send it. I didn't answer them because I'm like, yeah, I'll do it as soon as I got home. And a month and a half later, I got a response from them. That file? I'm like, yeah, that file. Okay, here you go. And basically, it's a mixture of busy, so many concussions, and my pills. I don't remember things very well, but I do remember answering your email. I do. I remember that. I do. Yep.
Ooh.
What other things do we have on here? Skazars, but the big boxes like their chocolate stouts and porters aren't all too expensive. They are expensive. I know they shrank the bottles, but the price still stayed fairly high, did they not? I love the raspberry stout or porter. Yeah, they do. That's the thing. Yeah, okay, I'll agree with you that they do seem like bad value. They do come out at like $12, $14, $15. And I don't really care to do that, but they are good beers. They're just way too expensive. Yeah, I'll agree with that. And the raspberry stout, that was good too. But what the fuck was it called? I can't remember it. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, you're up in Ottawa, eh? So you could do Kitchissippi, you could do Big Rig, you could do Dominion City makes some good fucking beer. Broken Stick, I'm not a big fan of. Bicycle Brewing Company, I'm a big fan of. They did some good stuff. Beyond the Pale is great. Who else is up there? Ashton Brewing Company in Ashton, Ontario is really good. Pakenham has a brewery. So does Almont. So does like if you go out to the Ottawa Valley, there's breweries all over Ottawa. Nita Brewing Company is amazing, and Andrew Nita is an awesome guy. Who else is out there in Ottawa? Fuck, I can't even remember them all. Whippersnapper. Go get a tour of Whippersnapper because they are the only brewery I've ever been to that brews the way they brew. So they are a commercial brewery. Tooth and Nail's up there too. So I haven't had anything from Tooth and Nail, so I can't say anything about them. I haven't had a Tooth and Nail beer. I haven't had a small pony beer, the Pony Barrel Works stuff. I haven't had it.
Special right now. I've had beer you haven't had. Look at me go.
Brown Van. I haven't had stuff from them. There's a lot of breweries in Ottawa. I haven't had Stray Dog. So Ottawa is the new Toronto for breweries. But what was I saying there? Yeah, Whippersnapper. Go to Whippersnapper and do a tour of Whippersnapper. What they do is they have big industrial barrels, like the industrial fucking chemical barrels, and they have food safe bags inside these barrels. And when they brew their beer, they transfer it into the food safe bags. They flip the bag top around, put a little tiny hole in it, and then just drop it over top. So they're fermenting inside these bags, inside the drums.
Weird.
They don't own fermenters. They have drums with plastic bags.
That's interesting.
It's the craziest thing I've ever seen for a commercial brewery.
Well, Cayman Kettle was the craziest thing I'd seen up until now.
That was quite unique.
Again, like I'm so happy that was where I brewed my first beer because it was like home brewing. So when I want to get into home brewing, like if I had brewed a beer, my first beer ever at like some big industrial kind of place with it would have been so different. It would have been like I brewed a beer now. whatever. Maybe I might have given me the same feeling, but I really doubt it, because doing it the way I did it was like basically the same way you do it, like the same way I do it if I was you drunken one. The same way that you make your beer kind of thing is how I made my first beer, and it's like it's home brewing, and I can do all this is what I was thinking as I was doing it. It's like I can do this, I could do this, I could do this, I could do all this. I can make beer.
You have no idea how fucking jealous I am of you guys. I was so fucking mad that I had to go home.
Understandable, man. Understandable. Like it was a great time. Well, again, it worked out though, because I guess if you had been there too, we could have called it Albino's Rusky Redbeard or something like that. But the Rhino's Redbeard just works out so nice as a name.
Well, when do you want to come, Rusky? I still have like 15 different recipes they want to do there.
Oh, beauty. Where's my calendar?
You don't need to stick together.
Now, what do we have from Skizars? I'm surprised you guys don't share more growlers as opposed to large-scale bottling and gas cans. Are you talking about between each other? Because growlers aren't really the ideal format to ship to one another. Cans are the ideal format to ship. And when people are coming over and you're going to share 10 or 15 beers each, I would rather buy 15 $3 cans than 15 $15 growlers. That's
agreed. Good point. Yeah, good point.
I mean, that's what it comes down to, right?
When I was there, it worked out very well doing the reviews at your place.
Yeah,
you opened a bottle and there was like you, me, Maple Rusky, and at least one other guy there for all of them. And there was enough in your sample glasses for everybody to get a little bit and try it, kind of thing. So with multiple people, that like everybody that's like a bunch of beer enthusiasts hanging out, that's an awesome way to do it. And it works out very well with like a can of beer or a regular sized bottle of beer.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a little. Everybody can have just, unless you got like 15 people over, then you're fucked. But 4 people, 5 people, everybody can try a little bit.
Yeah. What do we have? Donna Lester next. Wow, Red. Now you have a ponytail and horns. Basement beer. Donna, put your email here. We won't troll you. We promise. Jamie's lying to you. Next, he says, Donna, don't put your email here, but totally do. Aurora Hart. That's it, Jamie. Thank you, Jimmy. Aurora Hart.
I had that with my sister.
Dude, there are so many. Yeah, Broadhead is out there too. Hell yeah, I love ABC. Yeah, Ashton Brewing Company is good. What else is there? Pistachio Ho-Ho. I've never had their Pistachio Ho-Ho. You need to try that from ABC. Tastes like a pistachio dark mixed with root beer. Nice. Ashley Sexton, how do you sanitize the bags? They throw the bags out and use a new bag, Ashley.
Right.
New bags. They didn't look very dense, to be honest. It looked like most of the rigidity and everything was being lent to them by the barrels, by the drums, the industrial drums.
Nice. She says she made a homebrew today.
Awesome. What'd you make? What's up? A lot of dead air there for a second.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out, Cesars. You say bottled straight from the brewery as opposed to the mass-produced batches they do for the LCBO that they add carbonated water. No bueno, it's not good, opposed to the small-scale stuff they bottle and sell at their own location. I don't know what you're trying to say. Most breweries brew everything they're going to sell at the LCBO at their own location, and they do it in their own vats, and they are not adding carbonated water to it. They're adding the normal water, and they might force carbonated afterwards, which is just putting CO2 in it, not carbonated water. It's not like they are using It's not like they're using a beer extract, like what am I trying to say here? A beer concentrate, and adding carbonated water and go poof, it's beer. No, they're still brewing a beer. The rules are you have to be big enough and have to be able to supply the LCBO with a certain amount of beer every time they say we need this beer, and that's what it comes down to. If you can't do that, you're going to get blacklisted off the LCBO. So that's why there's a lot of breweries like, say, the Cayman Kettle that don't end up in the LCBO. The Plan B doesn't end up in the LCBO because these guys can't do that type of stuff, and they can't brew it at another brewery without having a full-on contract with that brewery. and then sell it to the LCBO.
It's like a drug dealer, literally.
So stuff like the 2 beers that are in the LCBO from Brimstone. Brimstone has 7 tanks. 3 of those tanks are always dedicated to those 2 beers because they have to keep them up for any time the LCBO says we need our order now. Oasthouse has tanks dedicated directly to the beers that are sold at the LCBO. Most breweries will have at least a tank. Wellington has giant tanks. Whatever beers are in the LCBO, they have tanks dedicated to them because they have to keep those going at all times. That's why a lot of the breweries that get a lot of stuff into the LCBO don't do anything other than their core brands. That's why it took so long for Cameron's to do something other than their 4 core brands when they first opened up, because they just didn't have the capacity. They just had to keep running it right into the beer store and the LCBO. So it's a weird thing. I mean, what you're getting is basically the same. The only difference between what you're buying at the brewery and what you're buying at the LCBO is usually, and I say usually because there's some breweries like Cameron's that this isn't the case, and usually what you buy at the brewery itself will be much fresher than what you're getting at the LCBO or beer store. Now, you can go into Cameron's and buy a bottle of their Auburn Ale, say, whatever the fuck it's called now. I don't even know. Bear Ale or something. Amber Ale, that's what it is. It's Amber Ale.
Amber Ale, yeah.
So you go in and buy that, and you could buy it from them, and it could be 3 months old, and you're buying it right at the source. There's no fucking reason for that. I should be getting nothing more than like a week or 2 old.
Sure.
Sorry, I had to schedule and upload and get ready to publish tomorrow's vlog and all that fun stuff. I just realized it's 11:30 and I have half an hour to go.
That it is.
Goddamn me and my regular scheduled uploads.
Yeah, I was gonna say I need to be more regimented like that.
How do I sanitize my bag? Basement Beer Reviews. You use soap? No. I shampoo my bag, sir.
Oh, damn. Thoroughly.
Because I teabag a cup of bleach once.
I think it was in your video, Albino. You went to a brewery and you guys were talking. He said it was Black Creek. He said they add carbonated water for the LCBO, and his beer he sells there is better. No, this is the thing with Black Creek. Now, Black Creek, if you go to Black Creek Pioneer Village, what you're doing is you're buying stuff that's brewed at the Black Creek Pioneer Village. So it's brewed with equipment from the 1800s. It's brewed with an old 1800 wood-clad kettle. It's poured into a cool ship. The cool ship drains into a barrel. It sits in the one barrel for a week and a half, and then it gets transferred into a secondary barrel where it sits there for another week and a half before it's served. And when it's served, it's pushed into a third barrel. And they never really clean the barrels. They just put water in the barrel and swish it out. So you're always adding new flavors to those barrels. Now, the stuff you buy at the LCBO, that stuff was being brewed at Trafalgar. So the reason his beer was so much better if you got it from the Pioneer Village, even with all the flaws that would be in it because it was being brewed on that type of equipment, is because Trafalgar was the most flawed, fucking disgusting brewery in Ontario.
Nice. I was never. Some of their mead. I want to say I tried a couple of their meads and they were okay, but I wasn't a big fan of any of their actual beers I had. And like I haven't really had enough mead to really say if it's good mead or bad mead.
I have that much hair, Jamie. I have to use shampoo.
I use beard shampoo every day.
Sounds like you need to do some manscaping.
Hi, Chet. How's it going?
Oh, good.
Yes, because that's the thing. He doesn't do like when he brews, he's brewing at under a barrel a time. He's actually brewing an exact barrel, like an original barrel, not a hectoliter or anything like that. So he's brewing very, very, very small at the brewery itself. And then when he's selling at the LCBO, it has to be made in a giant batch. So it's being made at Trafalgar. Now, I heard that since All or Nothing Brewhouse bought Trafalgar, it's a much, much, much better setup. But I wouldn't know because I only buy things I haven't had unless I really have to retry it. So I've had everything he makes already. Now, when you go to the Pioneer Village itself, there will always be beer that actually is completely faulted because of all of his barrels, one barrel, and he still has that barrel in rotation. Well, he still has all the barrels in rotation, but one of his barrels is infected. He doesn't know which barrel. But he keeps using it because he says that would be more traditional to the way it would be done. It's more authentic. Well, no, he said, back in the 1800s, you didn't say, "Oh, this beer's infected. I want a new beer." You just fucking drank it. Yeah. So one of his barrels is infected. He doesn't know which one, but he'll keep using them all because that's more authentic. So every once in a while, you'll get an infected porter or an infected pale ale or an infected pilsner or an infected lager. Because he doesn't know which barrel it is, and he does all the switches. Right, there's 3 switches,
and he just doesn't feel like taking the time to.
Well, he'd have to get rid of all the barrels and start again.
No, there's got to be some way you can figure out which one it is. Like you fill it up with whatever, pour that whatever out, test whatever. It's like, ooh, this is the one. There's got to be a way you could do it without having to fill them all out. There's got to be.
You'd have to forfeit your beer regardless. You wouldn't get it from just water. You'd have to put the beer in so that the bacteria can infect it. So he's not going to do that.
Maybe something like maybe not water, but maybe not. There's got to be some cheaper in between you could use for that. I just feel like that. I don't know, that's just weird to me.
You need something that is a live environment, so you're not going to get that by anything else.
There's got to be something fake beer detecting water or something. I don't know. Somebody needs to create this shit. Come on.
But again, he likes it. He likes it because he says it's more authentic. It's the way it would have been done back then.
I will give him that. But at the same time, if I was there and I got one of these infected beers, it was like I wouldn't be impressed.
And you know what? You know what his response to you would be? I don't fucking care.
Right.
See,
remember, they all have to stay in character, and he's like, that would be the character of an 1800s brewery.
That would be one of the weirdest things about going to a place like that. Like I've never been to a place where they're like pretending to be. I want to say it was an episode of South Park where they went. All the kids went to a pioneer village type thing, and then these like bank robbers or something showed up, and everybody still like they refuse to break character because that's like their thing. And
yeah.
I've never been to anywhere where it's like people are pretending to be somebody else kind of thing for the experience.
We have the Renaissance Festival down here, and they're all like from the Middle Ages or whatever.
Oh, I something like that'd be fun, man. You dress up in fake armor and shit, and
I like to go in there and go to the pubs in there, and like I said, everybody's in character, and they got the beer wenches with the little bustier things,
That's just it, right? Like even when we were doing our tour and all that, the girl was in the fucking giant sun hat and the dress with the apron and all that, and awesome. she was talking in the accent and everything else. She's like, no, this is like off. She wouldn't. Blah, blah, blah. Oh yay!
Oh hey man!
She would not break character unless we were off camera. If we were on camera, she was in character. Now Ed was the same thing. Ed was in his full outfit that a brewer would wear back in the 1800s. It was an interesting day. It was a very interesting day.
I was going
to say, hey, Redbeard, is that braid for when you give blowjobs?
No, it's just there. It makes it easier, but it's just there for now.
Yuck.
So what do we have? Scazzara's
I can pretend to be gay. I can pretend.
Yeah, I was going to say they could just change the label and just call it like random, like by random chance, like luck of the lottery to see if your beer's infected or not. Just call it like a lotto beer.
Mm.
Well, another thing they do is they do a 500-meter beer. So, see, a lot of places do a 1 mile or a 10-mile beer. They do a 500-meter beer, and everything that's put in the beer is right from the pioneer village, including the yeast. They'll go and cultivate yeast somewhere in the village.
Oh, so you mean like if someone does like a 1 mile beer, everything was cultivated within 1 mile of it, or
yeah.
So they do a 500. That's a small radius. That's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah,
like they did a lemon balm beer, and all the lemon balm they harvested in the field by the brewery.
Cool. That's really cool. Wow. Isn't that like I know was it Rogue in the States that like does like they have all their own farms and shit for all their own.
Everything that they put in their beer is right from them.
That's actually really cool. It makes me sad that I've seen maybe 3 or 4 beers of theirs here. They make so many though. Like even Bose, I know they don't have their own farms, but they source locally from farmers in Ottawa, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like Bose is a big microbrewery. Like they're barely even like craft anymore because it's so big. But the way they're doing everything, from what like I've seen, like they're doing shit right. Like selling their shares to the employees and stuff, and they're all the all natural thing. That doesn't really do anything for me because I've had organic food and non-organic food, and I don't.
It's the
There's
same.
not that much of a difference to be like, I need to pay $10 more for an Apple kind of shit.
There's no difference. There really isn't. Like Penn and Teller did a blind test on their show. Bullshit. And
bullshit. Years ago, I saw that, man.
Difference.
Cheers. I saw that.
There's literally no difference.
They had a special.
Oh, there is. Like they use different things to fertilize and stuff, but the overall finished product.
Yeah, and even
it's the same fucking thing.
Even when it's organic, they use organic pesticides. What's an organic pesticide? Oh, arsenic, because that's organic too.
Yeah, like generally stuff that they use for organic farming, the pesticides are
sometimes more harmful.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucked. Just like GMOs. Like GMOs are going to kill us all. No, GMOs might actually save us all.
If you don't like GMOs, then get rid of your dog and house cat, because those are GMOs.
You're not wrong, actually.
Yeah, technically.
That's funny. Like, well, my cat, she was, I guess she is, but she was like rescued from on the street, so I don't even know what the fuck she is, but Oreo is a purebred Shih Tzu, so he was the product of a bunch of selective, like, ooh, this looks like this, and this is like this. Let's put them together. What'll happen? Ooh, now it's that. We'll call it a Shih Tzu because we're an idiot and we can't think of a name that doesn't sound stupid. Like, what kind of a name is that? Shih Tzu. It's
oh, you know the Mastiff? Let's make it really small and give it breathing problems. It's called a pug.
There's so many, like, pugs are actually, a buddy of mine has a pug mixed with some other dog. I can't think what the dog is, but it's still got more or less the pug face, but it's like just out a bit, so he doesn't have. It's like the breathing problems are a bit alleviated. It's like, and it's like probably about the size of Oreo, so like the bigger size of a pug you'd see.
Are you talking about
black? His name's Maverick, and he was just a fucking awesome little dog, man.
Are you talking?
Can I say something really quick? I just want to say.
Not a pug.
I want to say congratulations to Drunken One. He had 1,000 subs, man. So.
Oh yeah, man! Doing on Saturday night. You never even took the time to advertise this, dude. Drunken One is doing a live stream Saturday, starting at like noon, to celebrate 1,000 subs, and he said anyone. So I imagine we're all welcome to be there and join in.
I'm coming in.
Everybody, I try not to like come in here and shamelessly plug my channel, but. Yeah,
that was a shameless. Like you reached 1,000 subs, man. That's a big milestone. Like me, like I was saying before, I'm almost at that 500 mark. That's like my next big milestone. But
I tried to get you there, Redbeard. I tried to get you there. I think I got you a good 20 subs or something on my show.
It was like at least 15 or something. I think it was pretty cool, man. Yeah.
But anyways, we're gonna do a stout night in 3 weeks, and I would totally want like all of you there. So
I'm down for that. I like the way the way you're doing this is cool because the beer analysis thing. I like doing that, but it's annoying because we all have to have the same beer, and there's so many of us in so many locations. It's hard to find that one beer. You're doing just a stout, so like the IPA night. That's kind of the way to do that shit, man. I'm down. I
want Albino. I want Chad on big time, but he works Saturday nights. But like,
that's never going to change.
Trying to get him on forever.
That's never going to change.
I might be at a beer festival Saturday night.
It's not this Saturday, buddy. It's going to be like in 3 weeks. It's going to be in 3 weeks.
Lots of time.
Hopefully, I can find a stout.
Oh, yeah, he's not going to find any.
If you can't find a stout in 3 weeks, then that's on you, man. Yeah, like Saturday's actually generally, even like right now I'm off work on EI kind of thing, but even when I get back to work, Saturday is generally my day off. So that'll be when all the most fun stuff happens.
I'm working at home now because I do project management, so I don't even have to go to work anymore. They gave me my computer and shit. I get to work at home, so
nice.
I'm chill.
Nice.
So. Because I work for an architectural firm, and they had a bunch of architects come into our office, and they were like, "Do you mind working from home?" And I was like, "No." Just hook me up at home. Fine. So I just chill out. I have to log in, and they get to check my hours and shit. But other than that, I'm chill. I got to go in once a week for a meeting.
I think tomorrow I might do a bunch of live streaming. I started playing Borderlands 2
on
the channel, and I had some fun. And you commented a couple times. It was funny. Good times, Chad. Thanks. You bastard.
What do we have on here now?
Chad, are you turning into a gamer channel?
No.
No. Like for a week, all I've been seeing is like 8-bit games on your shit, man.
That's actually kind of sweet because it brings me back, you know, to like my freaking childhood and stuff like that. Although I was a Sega Genesis guy more than Super Nintendo, but
fail.
a couple of my friends had Super Nintendo, so I'd play that.
Actually, I went to I had a buddy of mine. I had one friend growing up who had the Sega Genesis, and I'd go over to his house as often as I could because he had a Road Rash and a couple other. Like the Sega Genesis had a lot more adult kind of level, like gory, like more
it's
violent kind of
system.
like, there was a lot. No, it wasn't. Not even close to being a superior system. But no, Sega had so many opportunities. They wouldn't let the Genesis die. They went Sega CD and then that 32X shit and all that stuff. Well, like everybody else was coming out, and like then when by the time they came out with the Sega,
they should just skip that and just went with the Saturn. You know, the whole way through.
The Dreamcast and the Saturn were both like great machines, but they were kind of like too little, too late. It makes me sad.
Well, no, the problem with the Saturn is that it was a bitch to program for, and then
I heard something about that.
Sega of America killed the system early, due to them. Sega with the Sega CD, they killed that system, and they had the 32X, and they killed that, and they kept basically fucking over third-party developers by saying, "Oh, this isn't our new console. This is. Oh, this isn't our new console. This is going to be our new console." Yeah. And when the third parties basically said, "Screw you," so by the time the Dreamcast came, Sega just had to make its
own games, pretty much.
Own games. And they basically just had to switch over to software because the biggest flaw that the Dreamcast had was that it didn't play DVDs. If it played DVDs like the PS2, it still would have been competitive. And that's the main reason why the PS2 basically sent the Dreamcast to an early grave, is because people bought it for a cheap DVD player.
Well, it's like what was it?
But it was still, you know, a DVD player.
The PS
just like
3 had the Blu-ray, was it? Is that same thing? Yeah, same thing. Like myself, I have a Blu-ray. I bought a Blu-ray burner / Blu-ray ROM for my PC. I think I burned maybe one Blu-ray, maybe two, and I've used my actual drive like maybe 3 times since I installed it. Like, there's no need for a drive anymore these days. Like any file that I want to put in there, any game, I can just download it in 2 seconds. It's crazy.
Right. I mean, I like physical media, and that's the main reason why I bought my PS4, because I like physical media. But since they're coming out with like the PS4 Pro and Project Scorpio, it's just like I don't really want to bother. Like
I was the same way, man. It was like I didn't join into Steam for a long time because I was like, I like having these. Like, I have a bunch of games over here on my shelf. It's like I like having the actual game.
Probably still get a Switch and still, you know, get Nintendo stuff. But
the Switch is kind of tempting. It's like the Nintendo's always been the one console that, like, if I was gonna buy one, because I have a PC, so Xbox and PlayStation.
Though, you know?
Yeah, but the Xbox exclusive, the PlayStation exclusive, neither one of those has ever been enough for me to be like, I have to have this console.
Right.
Nintendo has always been, like, not always, but since the Wii. Since the Wii, they've been just a very different gaming experience. So that's the one I'd buy if I was going to buy one.
And the thing is with the PS4 is that you actually get like actual exclusives with the PS4. You get actual exclusives with Nintendo stuff.
I haven't bought a game for PS4 since Just Cause 2.
But
pretty much, yeah, I know what you're saying. I think you're going to go. The Xbox exclusives, most of them, not even. There's a couple. There's a couple that are Xbox exclusive. They stay Xbox. Halo, the Halo series has never come to PC for whatever stupid reason. There's been like Halo that they did over the top shit. But Halo, like the original Halo for the original Xbox, I played. I want to say the first two. I played the shit out of them at my buddy's house. but I always wanted you could get the first two, I think, for PC.
But yeah, I remember at launch when they were talking about the Xbox One, it's like, yeah, our exclusives exclusively for the Xbox One, it's Halo and Sunset Overdrive. So basically 2 games.
Where
It's
everything
like,
else is going to be PC as well. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, if I'm going to get
what Halo game was Conan O'Brien in? He did a silver in one of them.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I hated Halo.
Oh, what the hell, man!
I'm going to go look it up in a second. But anyway, first and foremost,
Halo was great, man. Halo was fucking awesome. The first one was so good.
Jamie was making fun of you there, Chet. He was like, "Oh, look, a poncho, a beard, and a bunch of triangles. He's a weed salesman. Happy Canada Day."
I was about to say, is his sweater made of hemp?
However, I thought that would more be, reminiscent of where Maple Rusky's from, because it looks like the carpet's up on the walls, like in Russia.
It's that popcorn ceiling that they put in whenever it was cool. Probably back in the 80s.
I got to keep the aesthetics, guys. The aesthetics.
Those ceilings fucking suck, man. I hate them so much.
Well, Red Beard, look like Montreal did hook you up on the. I guess y'all did that on January 9th. You got 35 subs.
Yeah, 35 subs.
The day before was 19 subs.
Jeez, was it really? Shit.
Well, you guys helped me out, dude. I'm not kidding.
Good day, Mikey. How are you, Mike?
Since I've been doing these chats with you guys, I've gotten a lot of beer tubers that have subscribed to my channel. So I wanted to give back, man. You guys.
Yeah, like I was saying, I've been hovering. I've been hovering at that goddamn 490 mark for a week or so now, and it's starting to fucking piss me off. Yeah, I go up a couple, then down a couple, up a couple, down a couple.
Man, you're getting all the freaking views. You're getting pretty much 230 views, every 34th video or whatever.
You're blowing my mind with the shit you're looking at right now, man. I'm looking at it right now. It's fucking crazy.
This is a YouTube buddy. If y'all don't have it, get it. It's free.
I do have it. I think it was because of you I got it. It's actually really cool.
Yeah, it's very
cool. You can automate responses and replies and shit, and it brings up all this extra shit when you watch a video and stuff. It's a really cool browser. I think it's just a browser extension for Chrome.
Yeah, to me, it's another way of YouTube of ripping money off of you. Fuck, they get you to get the beta version, and then they want you to pay $40 for the fucking real version.
No, TubeBuddy is free. There's no premium TubeBuddy features that I've seen.
There is a premium TubeBuddy.
There is
$40.
Well, I don't see any need for it because I don't even really use it that much as it is right now. It's cool, but I don't need it.
Just for,
I'm not doing this to make the money kind of thing. So, I'm not making money. So I'm doing this to maybe, hopefully, someday be like an MC at a beer festival.
That's Chad wants to talk.
He can talk.
First off, it was Halo 4 that Conan O'Brien was in, and second off, my last beer is Razzle Dazzle, baby.
Oh, you fucking bad. Is that what is that? That's the sour, right?
Yes, sir.
We had that. We reviewed that. There, it's super pink.
We did.
It was funny because when I came back, one of the first beers I reviewed was the Rouge River Raspberry Sour.
That was
I had it, and I was like, "Did we have this one?" Because I was remembering that one right there that Chad's having right now. But I gave that Rouge River one a fucking 10, man. That beer was. It was like the only other raspberry one that I could think of to compare it to was the Nickelbrook Uber.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
and it easily beat that. It was raspberry juice in a bottle. There was no beer. It was raspberry juice straight up, man.
See, I wish our beer had come out this color.
That looks great.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, looks like a red ale.
Our beer might come out. It's going to be a bit darker, I think, but it's
like an amber. It's going to come out in amber.
Is it bubbling now?
They didn't send me a video. They didn't send me a fucking video. I've been harassed. I've been trying to get out there. Nobody wants to go with me. This is the problem with being blind, right? I can't reach places.
I was happy.
I really need to get out there.
I paid your taxi the couple days I was there, man. I had
a good time. Get out there because it's up to me whether or not we dry hop this thing, and I can't try it because I can't get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, it was funny.
No public transit?
Who was I fucking talking to? The live chat, one of the live chats I was in last night. One of the guys was talking about a beer that he had that he loved because of he called it like whole melon or something. The same the hop that we used, yeah, the whole melon fucking hops. And he was talking about it, and I can't remember who the fuck it was. We had a good. It was funny, just like randomly. The first time that I had ever heard anybody talk, like the first time I'd ever heard of that hop was us using it, and then to have somebody else be like, "Yeah, this beer had this hop in it." Well, it was like, "I had that hop. We made a beer with that hop."
Drunken one, you got to check this shit out right here, buddy.
What you got there?
The Bib and Tucker small batch bourbon, 46% ABV.
Woohoo!
Beautiful.
Yeah,
crazy. Crazy
Like
people.
the old-timey cowboy bottle. I love that.
Oh yeah, I'd save that bottle for sure. Hell
It
yeah.
looks like medicine.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
It is medicine. It keeps me.
It'll cure what ails you. It'll start get rid of your sobriety problem.
I need to get myself a tulip glass because I had this beer at the bar once, and I actually smelt like a lot more like citrus and stuff like this out of this stuff. But when I reviewed it though, I just had like a makeshift pint glass and stuff like that, and I just smelled nothing but pine. Which I didn't know that this had pine in it. But it actually does. So, and as soon as I opened it up from the bottle, that's all I smelled was nothing but pine.
Yeah.
Which I didn't get the first time I tried this beer. And it was really, it's kind of interesting, like, you know, like depending on what glass you're in, you kind of get like different flavors out of certain things.
Sometimes, yeah.
I'm drinking cheap shit tonight. I'm just drinking Tuborg. They had a sale, $4.99 for a 4-pack of Kin Can. So,
Wow.
Or tall boys.
Yeah, if you haven't reviewed it, review it. Put a video out on it.
Tuborg tastes like yak's piss mixed with a slight bit of alcohol. It's a basic lager.
I was actually really surprised at how like light this beer is. I don't have a glass on me right now, otherwise I'd pour it out. I always thought IPAs were like darker than like, because it's kind of as clear like the one that you have malted. It's about like that clear, but a little darker. And I'm like, well, that's definitely a pale ale.
It's a step above a Budweiser, that's for sure. But it's like, you know, nothing crazy. All right. Anyways, $4.99. I'm not going to complain.
I really don't get the hate for Coors Light. Because to me, it tastes like any other macro, but other people just like rag on Coors Light like no end. And I'm just like, but you drink Bud Light, it's practically the same.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
don't get the hate for Coors Light for people who drink like Bud Light and Miller Light and everything else like that.
Just tell them it comes from Rocky Mountain streams and everybody with a man bun will buy it.
A hipster lifestyle.
In the comments chat, they're asking, do you have a channel?
Yes, I do. And I actually have a video uploaded that has 3 views. I have 8 subscribers.
Hey.
I reviewed this beer, Hoodoo, which is an IPA from Voodoo Brewery in Meadville, PA. It's not bad.
Type something in the chat to where we can find you.
He's also a cam boy on weekdays.
I'm sitting here just making beer recipes right now with.
All we see is a white ass screen.
That's okay. You don't need to see it. It's Beersmith.
So what do I do? Just like put a link to my channel, or
no, just type something in over there. It can be just garble, like I just did there. It can be garble, and beside that, there'll be 3 dots, and they'll be able to find you from there.
I think one of the beers I'm going to make over at the King and Kettle next will be the mild mannered Rhino, which is my 3.1% English mild.
Ooh. Sounds sessionable. Anyway, I'm gonna head to bed. I'm absolutely exhausted right now.
What?
Nikolai, what? Yeah, it's only it's 11:52 there.
I thought you Russians were heavyweights. What the fuck?
No, I'm just dead. I was up at fucking like 5:30 this morning, getting ready for school and shit. So
I've been packing all week to move into my new place. I'm fucking working 24/7 and I'm up.
I hate packing so much. I already told my boss when he built this place for me, I'm like, leave the building to me in your will because I'm dying in this apartment. I'm good. I love my home right now. Unless like I start a small, actually, even if I could have one kid and we could have a 2-bedroom, I'd be fine. But if I needed more room, I would have to move. But I'm good. Lake Effect IPA, baby. Woo!
Anyways, you can catch Nikolai every Sunday night on Showcase on that show. What's the one with Liev Schreiber?
Ray Donovan and Liev Schreiber. Look at you go, buddy.
You can catch Nikolai on Donovan every Sunday night on Showtime.
Nikolai, the man with all the aliases.
There we go.
It could be a great robber.
We can see it now.
All right, guys. I'll see you around, right?
Cheers, man.
Frost.
Take it easy.
Peace.
Bye.
Love, peace,
Good night,
fucking
sir.
What are you showing there, Chad? Right now, your recipes going on?
Yeah, well, you saw the program they were using, right? I have the same program.
Beersmith 2.0,
I have the
something
same
like that.
program just on my phone.
Nice. That program was fucking amazing. That
Holy
was
shit! Someone actually commented on my fucking video.
There you go, man.
Shit, I'm one of your 8, bro. I'm one of your 8. I was already
I'm
set.
actually
randomly.
I'm looking at my mild
21090
mannered,
brewing.
I'm looking at my mild
Holy
mannered
wow.
Rhino, and I kind of want it to be a little darker.
Here, Chad, I'm
thinking about
subscribing.
lowering one of the-
Subscribe to me, all right, buddy?
I'm thinking about lowering
All right,
one
yeah, I
of the
will.
malts
All right.
and raising like the chocolate malt or something to get a darker color.
There you go.
But
Sub.
it's 19 IBU. You guys will all be scared of it.
Bam! I'm number 10. Look at me go. Oh man,
There, you get a thumbs up on your weekly beer review. Number 1, Hoodoo.
Yep.
yeah.
Cheers.
Come on, man.
Week
I haven't missed a
2.
dit. Tomorrow will be 760 days of me not even missing one day. I'm very proud of that. I gotta say.
What, work?
No, did beer reviews, man.
I did it this week. I did 5 in a row. 5 whiskey reviews in a row.
Nice.
Like, well, whiskey's more hardcore. Like, again, I can do like 5 beer reviews in a night, kind of thing, and then just edit, and upload them in day by day. So
Yeah, I can only do 1 a day.
yeah, like
Ooh, 663. I'm only 3 away from 666. I want the 666 so bad.
I was glad when that passed me by. It just flew on by that night. Well,
you got there, Chet? That's next week's beer.
Yeah, it's from Dogfish Head and Woolrich.
I've never had anything
Dogfish
with
Head
it.
and Woolrich.
That's one of those breweries that like some people are like super hypey about. I think.
Yeah. Presents Pennsylvania Tuxedo, a pale ale brewed with Pennsylvania spruce tips. It's an American pale ale. I actually did research on that. But yeah, that's what gonna try next.
I know. I gotta try though. Come on, man.
And for what it says on the description, I am gonna rant on the description because it has a fallacy of Pennsylvania. It's saying that, oh yeah, people that hunt in Pennsylvania wear flannel suits like that. No, we don't. We wear orange. We have to wear orange.
They might have been back in the day.
Oh yeah, back in the day, yeah. But
I'm pretty sure here in Ontario, it's also the law to wear blaze orange when you're hunting. So yeah, I think it depends what you're hunting in the season and stuff. Like there's some things you can hunt without the blaze orange. I think where you can wear all the camo, but a lot of things you have to wear the blaze orange. So yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Oh no, you can wear the camo anytime you want. You're just going to get killed.
No, isn't there some times where you have to wear the blaze orange? I thought possibly.
But the blaze orange is just for your own safety.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they don't care if the animal sees you.
Oh.
They care if somebody else shoots you.
Okay, yeah, I thought that during certain animal seasons, blaze orange was like mandatory, and then certain.
Well, yeah, it's mandatory, but not because of the. It's mandatory because you're going to get shot.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. But like during like bird seasons and shit, where people are less likely to be aiming at ground level, I think then you can wear camo. But like deer season and shit like that, where people are going like all ground level, it's got to be blaze orange or something. That's what I thought for some reason, but I don't even know. Let's move on.
But yeah, and the week after, Southern Tier's Unearthly Imperial Pale Ale. I've actually never had this beer. The Dogfish Head, I'm pretty sure I had before, but I was hammered when I've had it, so I have no clue what it tastes like.
Nice.
So this one I definitely never had before. So
to the
2, but
So that's like at least a couple of the beers I had at Chad's house. I came home and went through all my vlogs, and it's like, I remember the first couple, and then apparently there were more. Okay, cool.
To the 7 viewers we have, I'm going to take us offline, just because. But here's the join link. All of you are free to join. Here's the link. I'll go set it up so you can join from your cell phone too. Just give me like 2 minutes. But there's the join link. Have a good night, guys. We will see you soon, maybe, if you come and join us. You're more than welcome to join. Come on in.